15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Looks at me, he goes, the natty? Really? He said it was like someone calling something cool the bomb. I think people are still saying the natty.
This is not about hip or not hip. It's not like any 21-year-old walking in Brooklyn is saying the natty.
Do you call winning the championship the chip?
If you had said he's got 2 chips, oh boy, I would have really given you a look.
Washed has somehow maintained a much longer presence than it ever should have.
I get my lettuce at the grocery store triple wide.
This is the man claiming to be the coolest person on the show.
I'm definitely hipper than Ack.
Ackerman,
I don't know
you
about
gonna
that.
take
I wouldn't go there.
You're wearing a Ralph Lauren polo 3/4.
Yeah,
sure.
What's wrong with that? A little
You
class.
make Eli Manning look like he's ready to walk the catwalk at Fashion Week.
Who are you, Ralph Lauren himself?
When did the Mannings become fashion icons?
They did not.
Step off, Dad.
Here are Maggie and Perloff.
Oh, what up, what up? What a happy day. You are going to witness history today. Maybe. Maybe. Never before in the history of mankind has someone attempted to eat 16 ounces of peanut butter in 30 minutes. That ends today with my good friend Andrew Perloff attempting to do what many believe is impossible.
Have you actually scoured the annals of human history to see
It does not matter, Perloff. Today is your day, buddy.
I think people have probably accidentally eaten a jar of peanut butter in a half hour.
That doesn't count.
But no one, at least no national shows, maybe some local shows. No, this is finally here.
It's finally here. We've been waiting for almost a week for you to take down this jar of peanut butter. I couldn't be more excited.
I've fasted all day. I'm hungry.
I think that was a
I'm
mistake.
ready to go. Why?
I think we're off to a bad start. I think it was a mistake not to eat anything.
I showed up today at work without a spoon. And
Yes.
various people come out of the woodworks with spoons. Hopefully they're washed and clean. But that's
promises.
a huge factor right now. Some of them are too light. Some of them are too heavy. I totally screwed up. I didn't bring my own tools to the fight, Maggie, and I'm nervous about that.
I mean, it looks like a crate and barrel in here. You got multiple spoons. It's like a wedding registry. Anyway, this all happens today. This is so exciting. I'm going to be honest, though. We'll get to Aaron Rodgers and the latest. We got Kevin Durant stuff. We'll get into all that in just a sec. But I've been so in your corner here.
Okay.
And I'll always be in your corner as your friend, co-host, colleague, all that stuff. I'm always rooting for you, like,
Thank you.
philosophically.
Absolutely. I've always felt that. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
I like to send positive energy your way.
Totally.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to do this today.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't think this is going to happen. Now, I've been really rah-rah for you, and that's mostly because I didn't want you to back out. So I've been inflating and kind of gassing up your head to make you think you're invincible here, but I got to come clean on the day of the actual Perloff challenge, the peanut butter challenge. I don't think this is going to happen.
So, you don't have any actual bets against me, do you?
Well, I mean, it's an offshore thing. Nothing.
First of all, what are the odds? Am I allowed to get in on there?
I'm hedging for both of us. I think that something Casey Webb said a couple days ago, the host of Man vs. Food, when he joined us, he said, there's no way you're going to do this. I said, Casey, why? He said, well, nobody's ever done this before.
Yeah.
Like, are you the Neil Armstrong of this? Are you really walking on the moon today?
Very much so.
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's like Neil Armstrong. Once you get up there in that plane, you better land on the moon. So once I open that jar of peanut butter, I better finish it.
This is just a giant step backward for mankind, by the way.
What happens if I don't finish it? Like, give me a scenario. Am I going to pass out from too much peanut butter?
No, I mean, I think you just have to, walk out of here in shame. I don't know if you can come back. I mean, I'm not going to kick you off the show. That's really not my call.
Wait, is it something you would consider if it was your call?
I'm just saying, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say the stakes are so high when I'm also at the same time saying I don't believe in you. But I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. I'm looking in front of us. You got 3 jars of peanut butter. By the way, we are, of course, on from coast to coast on CBS Sports Radio. But if you want to watch Perloff attempt this today, youtube.com/CBS CBS Sports Radio is where you have to go. Perloff has brought in 3 different jars of peanut butter. You can describe the thought process here.
I have not decided my final peanut butter choice. I'll decide at the bottom of this hour.
Okay.
Not the bottom of this hour, but later this hour.
Yeah.
I'm choosing between Peter Pan, Skippy, and Jif. The 3 American classic peanut butters.
Stu's asking if you can hold them up to the camera for our viewing audience.
So we got Peter Pan, creamy.
Yeah.
Skippy, natural, which sounds interesting. And good old-fashioned Jif. Now,
3 good choices.
I grew up in suburban Philadelphia bringing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to school every day.
Yep.
And I always had one of those 3 brands. I don't need any fancy Whole Foods almond butter kind of thing.
Oh, you're taking it back
I'm
to
going
the
old school, except for the Skippy Natural. But I will choose.
Natural.
I will choose my peanut butter. Later this hour, it's going to be a little bit like a recruiting video. It's going to be cool.
Oh, like you got a hat that you're going to say,
like
are you going to LSU,
Florida,
Alabama,
Louisville,
Georgia?
and LSU here.
Okay.
Do you think that'll get a lot of attention, like a recruiting video?
Maybe we can send it to Saban. I don't know. I wish you good luck.
Yeah.
And I don't want our audience to be disappointed if you don't do it. But to be honest, like, this is one of those things where I know you love peanut butter. I know you eat it a lot. But it's like too much of a good thing. And the fact that you also have to coherently host a radio show while doing this, I think is going to hold you up.
What if Aaron Rodgers trade goes through, right in the middle of the peanut butter challenge?
The challenge waits for nobody. Like, you got to do it. I love how picking your peanut butter, it's like you're picking your death sentence here.
Now, I was in the pantry, and I saw honey there. Am I allowed to add a little honey to make it go down smoother?
Absolutely not. This is a peanut butter challenge. It's not peanut butter and honey challenge. I mean, this isn't like peanut butter and jelly.
Wait, you say it like you've done 100 of these peanut butter challenges.
Well,
what are you setting these rules from? What is your precedent?
Well, I'm glad you asked because somebody had to keep some law and order around here today because this thing could get out of hand. So I dug out my referee jersey from the back of the closet. And just by virtue of owning this referee's jersey, I think now I'm the one who's going to be calling fair or foul on this thing.
Is that from when you were officiating JV softball with it?
No, that's a totally different costume. I didn't bring in the umpires.
Okay. You might need that.
Peanut butter's going to be flying at me.
Projectile vomiting. What's that from?
This is from actually another eating competition. Many years ago at Sports Illustrated, I judged a Kobayashi eating competition. What? And I went to Foot Locker and I bought this.
So you have experience officiating eating challenges
I do.
And gear.
Listen, I've kept this jersey for, this referee's jersey. I knew it was going to come in handy one day. I think I look authoritative in this thing. I'm now the ref.
Well, hold on. Is that a ref costume or is that a Foot Locker costume?
No, it's a ref costume. It's got like a patch on the bottom.
But it doesn't say Foot Locker anywhere on it.
It doesn't say Foot Locker.
Okay.
I've never worked at Foot Locker.
Can I get a pair of Air Jordans in 11.5?
I'm sorry, we're out of those. But
no, you look very official. And you actually officiated Kobayashi. What did you have to do? Did you have to say, you can't do that, you can't do this?
I think I said go, and then he was off and running.
How long did he have, and what did he eat?
So he was drinking milk against somebody who worked at SI at the time. It was a civilian who worked at Sports Illustrated, and Kobayashi, they were who could drink a gallon of milk. And Kobayashi, it was actually handicapped. Kobayashi had to drink the gallon to the regular person had to drink a half a gallon. Kobayashi still mopped the floor with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to one of these hot dog eating contests?
Yes, I have.
What's that?
I've officiated one of those too.
I've never been. And you know
it's
me,
violent.
I'm a big eater. How would I fare against these professionals?
It's scary. They're screaming. They're dunking stuff in water and just like shoving it down their mouth. It's pretty bad. Okay, so let's take the temperature of the room though quickly. Stu, believe in Perloff. Can he do it? Yes or no?
I think it's going to be really tough, but I believe he's going to do it.
Yes, Stu,
with like
you're my guy.
Less than 5 minutes left. Very close call, but I think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Wow. Stu, always been a front runner. Samter?
I'm such a half glass full kind of guy. I have faith.
You're a glass half full kind of guy?
What? Since when?
I might be a contrarian, but I'm a glass half full. I'm optimistic about the future.
You're a Jets fan. You're a glass empty guy.
That's been beaten out of you years ago.
Maybe today you're glass half full.
Because Rodgers might come to the team.
I've actually had a decent time as a Jets fan. The Jets' terribleness has not been throughout my entire life. I've seen a few AFC Championship games. I'm fine there. No, I'm typically an optimistic person. I have faith in Perloff. I want him to do it. I believe he can do it. But there's something that's like kind of in my throat. There's just something weighing me back that just makes me worry that there's just something that's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
I want to think that it's going to happen. I have faith that you're going to do it.
Let's hope that nothing goes wrong.
No, I don't mean that he's going to get hurt.
Yeah, where's the medical team, by the way?
I know.
The medical team I was promised.
I told you right here, Heimlich, baby.
I know. Sam can do the Heimlich on you, whether you want to or not.
Can you do the Heimlich on Stu just so I see your technique and understand that you can do this?
Wait, Stu. Can you choke on something for a second? No.
Sanders going mine.
He's behind. No.
Yeah.
See.
Oh, wow. He can barely wrap his head.
I think he's off center. I don't know. I'm
He was
not
really
sure about
off
this.
center. And honestly, that wasn't that confidence inspiring.
Well, Stu wouldn't get it from his chair, so I had to wrap my arms around his chair.
Can I tell
He
you?
could have stood up.
Listen, but Perloff's might be double the size of Stu.
Can I tell you, that was not my favorite visual of all time. That would look like Samter and Stu are reenacting the Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. And Stu's face was not, Stu was not happy with the situation.
By the way, HR is going to be here in 5 minutes. Can we get maybe take the temperature a bit of the newsroom also? Maybe we can see if anyone's out there come in who wants to believe in Perloff, who wants to kick sand in his eyes. We should talk a little sports because that's generally what we do.
Distract me from what's actually going on today.
Well,
perfect.
And we'll have you choose the peanut butter and the spoon. But just to put a bow on this, no honey. I'm sorry. The committee can't allow it.
Can we put a poll out on social media to figure this out? No, fine.
It's too wordy of a poll.
I am a little worried about how many calories I'm going to take in today.
You can't think about that when you're doing an eating challenge. Yeah, you're just today's just one big cheat day. You're going to eat 3 sticks of margarine today. Just don't think about it. But we should be thinking about Aaron Rodgers because we know the Jets certainly are thinking about Aaron Rodgers. And Diana Rossini, as plugged in on the Jets as anybody, had this to say today.
There is optimism in the New York Jets building today. It actually started before that trip to the West Coast to meet Aaron Rodgers in person. This was all driven by owner Woody Johnson. He wanted to get in front of the quarterback, get to know him a little bit, and talk. So they went in there thinking they could get him, and they came home believing they are poised to get him.
Okay. I mean, as confident as anyone, right? The owner of the
Jets are,
as confident as anyone.
Yeah.
And
we're setting up for a massive failure, by the way, in typical Jets fashion.
Well, that's the thing. This can only go one way now.
Yeah, the train has left the station, so the Jets have to trade for him.
Yep.
And the Packers, if the Packers have let it get this far down the road, that means the Packers, by just letting them talk, letting Rodgers and Jets talk means that they're over.
Did you ever hear some of the post nitty-gritty on the Kevin Durant to Phoenix trade? And I know we're going to talk about Durant later because, unfortunately, he turned his ankle last night pregame, right before he was about to make his Phoenix home debut. The nitty-gritty that came out after that is that right as the deal with the Brooklyn Nets was at the 1-yard line, the Nets knew they had the Phoenix Suns over a barrel. So they started asking for more stuff. And one of them was Jay Crowder, who they ended up flipping. Okay. But Jay Crowder was supposed to be traded, I forgot where, for 3 second-round picks or something. There was the Suns had a different deal in place for Jay Crowder. And the Nets knew they had Phoenix, knew they had him because they wanted Durant so badly on the Suns, they could just start making demands at the last minute. I wonder if the Green Bay Packers could pull that type of thing against the Jets now. It's look, it's out there. Everyone thinks this is happening. Yeah. If we want you to throw in a last minute this or that, the Jets have to say yes at this point.
I don't think so because the Jets can always pivot to Lamar Jackson if they're going to. I don't think it's the same as
you might want to call their bluff if you're the Green Bay.
Honestly, if Green Bay starts asking for a lot of stuff, then the Jets are going to say no. I'll bet you the Jets don't give up that 13 pick.
I don't know. Well, that part I'm assuming has already gotten done. I'm talking about a future this or a future that or a player or whatever.
Well, first of all, Diana also reported that the Green Bay is not going to ask for the kitchen sink. I don't think I think the Jets are in there, Aaron Rodgers. But Maggie, if they're so into him, they said they want a huge pay cut. So explain that. I think the Jets are not that into Aaron Rodgers.
This was, there's a theory out there that the Jets flew to California to meet with Rodgers to basically also not just woo him to come to New York, but also implore him to take a Tom Brady type deal so that it could leave room for guys he might want to come with him. We know how much he loves playing with Randall Cobb. He's like the godfather to Cobb's son or whatever. Not that Cobb's going to cost that much, but maybe is there a way to get David Bakhtiari's longtime left tackle? Like all the things that Tom Brady did when he went to Tampa as a free agent, mind you, got to bring Gronk, got to bring Antonio Brown, Rodgers, I think Woody Johnson and the Jets, from what I understand, was trying to convince Rodgers, do something similar and we'll get whoever you want.
Yeah. But all that says the Jets are approaching this not as an all-in. In the sense that they don't want to trade that much. They don't want to pay that much for Rodgers. I think they could step away from this.
I don't think they can back out at this point.
There are other options out there, though.
I know, but Lamar's going to cost you $230 million guaranteed.
That's fine. I mean, it's not going to cost you. It's going to cost you 2 draft picks for a much younger player. Then you have your solution at quarterback. You don't think that they would back out of this?
I do not. I don't think they can. I think it would look bad. I think the fan base would revolt. I think it would look like same old Jets, dysfunction, couldn't do it, couldn't land Rodgers. I think they're in way too deep right now. 855-212-4CBS. Perloff's eating 16 ounces of peanut butter at the top of the next hour. Bob is in Hawaii. Bob, is this a question or a suggestion about types of peanut butter?
It's a suggestion. You should go to the health food store and get the organic, natural with the oil in it. And
yeah,
I mean, the oil helps it go down. It's full of niacin. You'll feel better. It'll energize you.
What's niacin?
Way better.
Niacin.
Vitamin niacin, right?
Niacin is vitamin B something or other. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And
Bob,
you're not the first person to suggest that.
But honestly, Bob could have used this phone call yesterday.
No, other people called and said, no.
Thank you, Bob.
I just, if you take on a natural product, then there's a lot of risk involved in this because
it's going to naturally go out the other side?
No, that's true. But also, I think that you don't know what you're getting with a natural product. Skippy, Jif, Peter Pan here.
You think you know where you're getting with these?
These are tried and true and tested. I mean, listen, kids have been wolfing this stuff down for decades.
Yeah, you want the fully hydrogenated vegetable oil in there, nothing partial.
There's so much sugar in these brands of peanut butter, which I think is a good thing.
Natural sugar is very little.
Let me show you this. There are 4 grams of sugar in this, which is not that bad. 4 grams per serving. There's 25 servings in here. That means I'm taking out 100 grams. This is a piece of birthday cake.
Is that the one?
Oh,
you're just holding.
No, I'm not committing.
The Jif. Okay.
Jif's in the final 3. That's all I'll say.
Okay. 855-212-4CBS. 855-212-4227. If you would like to watch this go down, youtube.com/CBS Sports Radio is where you can do it. Oh, Gallo, 1 minute. Anthony Gallo is a producer who works at WFAN. Quickly, Gallo, do you think that Andrew Perloff can take down 16 ounces of peanut butter?
As supportive as I am as Perloff all the time, I think he's going to end up like much of his Philly teams, get right to the end and then collapse. Perloff says he supports you, though.
Who's your team, Gallo?
We're not talking about that right now.
We're not talking about the Mets or the Knicks or
no. I'm not one of those
Denver
teams
Broncos
with gigantic expectations who's way overcovered, who doesn't even get near the finals. I'm taking this home, Gallo.
Sean Kemp's having a great week, right?
Yes. How about us? The only radio show in America having a Sean Kemp discussion last week, and then he ends up in the news where he gets arrested yesterday for allegedly being involved in a drive-by shooting in the middle of the afternoon.
I'd still rather have him than Mello on my team.
Jeez. All right, Gallo, you're on the record. You think, much like Andrew Perloff's beloved Philadelphia sports teams, he will get close and ultimately fall short.
Yes, red hot at the end and then fall short.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Anthony Gallo. Go home and get some sleep.
Yeah, of course he's talking about the Eagles and the Phillies. He's not saying I'll go out in the second round like the Sixers.
Well, to be determined with the Sixers. Maybe you have a shot this year.
Get out of here.
It's that kind of optimism that's going to get you right over the finish line. 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. Across the country on all of our amazing CBS Sports Radio affiliates. Of course, if you want crystal clear audio, Odyssey app. Just download it. If you're in your car, maybe you go through some spotty areas, the Odyssey app is where you want to be. Also, SiriusXM channel 158. Okay, take a quick break because we've got to make room for our buddy Lance Zierlein, who we booked long before we knew Perloff was going to be eating 16 ounces of peanut butter. So Lance, who has his latest mock draft up for NFL.com, will join us next. Don't move. More Maggie and Perloff. Oh, what a happy day. Perloff eats peanut butter at the top of the hour.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. 30 seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back to Maggie and Perloff. We are getting closer and closer. We are now an hour away. Actually, less than an hour.
Less than an hour.
We're going to do it at 4. What's the official start time, Maggie? You're the official here. You tell me, when am I eating a jar of peanut butter?
Well, this is why I'm glad I brought in my referee's jersey today. I am going to tell you time to go at 4:02 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:02 p.m. Pacific.
Okay, and I don't know how we got to a half hour. I think that was Casey Webb from Man vs. Food's idea.
Yeah.
But I have to do the entire jar in a half hour.
The entire jar in a half hour, and obviously I'm going to be the judge of what the entire jar is. You know, it's sticky, like.
I mean, wait, what are you talking about?
Like. You're not going to be able to lick this clean, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, why would anyone want to see me do that? Of course not.
Yeah, so
I think what a reasonable person considers an entire
empty.
jar.
Yes.
The Supreme Court definition of what an empty peanut butter jar is.
Right.
A reasonable person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it's you know it when you see it.
Yeah, you know an empty peanut butter jar when you see it.
It's the same as their definition for porn. So okay, we've got a lot to do before this starts, including you have to actually select which peanut butter jar you're going to eat from. You've got 3 options.
Yeah, I got Peter Pan, Skippy, and Jif.
You also have to select a spoon. That you brought 5 spoons.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't bring any. I panicked. I forgot my spoon. But you need the right tools for this challenge, Maggie. You can't just walk in here with a plastic spoon and expect to take down a whole jar of peanut butter.
No, I mean that's just not.
That's amateur. It's amateur stuff. So the other thing too is, to answer your question, our boss, Spike Eskin, had this long spoon to get the very bottom of the jar. Yeah. Which kind of does not excite me very much.
I thought it was a nice save by him. Who even knew you have one of these things laying around at the office?
He is actually my brother in arms on peanut butter. He likes to eat peanut butter too. And I'm getting a lot of notes from friends saying, hey, I love to eat a jar of peanut butter as well. This is actually something that I think more people do. You should start. You're going to see it today, Maggie, and you're going to want to sit on the couch and eat peanut butter with a spoon.
Well, I think what's nice for you is that you eat this whole jar. This is basically the amount of calories you're supposed to eat in a day. So, lucky you, you're done eating for the day.
Is that lucky me?
No.
By the way, I already have eaten stuff. I had a bowl of oatmeal this morning.
Oh.
Which probably was not a great idea.
No, you got to eat something.
I had a Kind bar. I had a little bit of my daughter's pancakes and a banana. So I've already got about 300 calories in.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you have something in your stomach.
Oh, good. So
I think that's better off.
Well, I sent a note to Casey Webb in a matter of panicking from Man v. Food. I said, what do I put in my stomach? Thinking he'd say toast. And he never got back to me, which has me a little nervous. I think he's distancing himself from me as a person.
I think it's some kind of deniability. That
I can't believe you're not on my side.
I'm not. I was, but I was mainly because I was worried you were going to all of a sudden say you didn't want to do it, and I didn't want you to back out. So I've been really rah-rah in your side, in your corner. I don't think you're going to be able to do this.
But you won't let me take any shortcuts. I'm not allowed to add honey or jelly.
No. This was a peanut butter only challenge, and that's what it will remain.
So here's the real question. You are adamant that you don't think that he's going to be able to do this. Do you think that it's a Perloff stomach issue, that you just don't think that he has the intestinal fortitude to pull this off? Or do you think that this is just a more difficult challenge that he's letting on that most human beings won't be able to pull this off? It's not about Perloff, it's about the challenge itself.
Yes. Yes, not the stomach thing. I think you can eat 16 ounces of something. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just going to be the challenge of still having to talk for a living while consuming the peanut butter in a time frame of only 30 minutes. And I think you're going to get like halfway through and realize like, oh my goodness, I have so much further to go. Now, Dominic's in the chat thinks it's the opposite. He says, start off with a couple really big spoonfuls. He said, just take a few big spoonfuls right off the bat. You're basically home free.
Dominic, do you realize how much peanut butter? I tried this the other day a little bit.
There's
a lot of peanut butter in a jar. I appreciate your confidence. Yeah, I don't think it's that simple. I think this is going to be a lot harder than Dominic thinks. So, and by the way, what do you mean, what's going to take me out? When I did an eating challenge before, I had this triple-decker sandwich. It had 3 hamburgers on it, 3 hot dogs, sausage, and I think 12 pieces of bread.
Okay.
I had an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought I could do it.
Yeah.
What happened was toxins hit my system.
The toxins?
Of eating too much. And if one more bite of food had gone in my mouth, I would have either passed out or thrown up. Now, that was a lot of food. So my eyes said I could do it, but my stomach sent messages to my brain, you're in trouble, dude.
Yeah. This is like...
And I never finished it. I never got through it. There was about a quarter of it left.
This is the famous, Mike Tyson line. Everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Like, I think this peanut butter is about to, metaphorically punch you right in the mouth. And I think you're just going to be, wobbling out here.
I'm Michael Spinks. Is that what's happening in this challenge? No, Maggie, I can't believe that you're not trying to build my confidence. You're actually now completely making me nervous.
Well, I'm sorry I had to come clean on this one. I couldn't allow it to go on any longer. I'm not that confident. Ackerman, what do you think?
He's got it.
Yeah,
He's got it.
All right.
Wow. So Ack and Stu have my back, and Maggie and
wants to have your back. He's just not sure about it.
Maybe the more rational 2 people in this room do not have my back.
Our other good friend Tyler Dunne just tweeted at us, I absolutely was eating a peanut butter... I was absolutely eating peanut butter out of the jar less than 1 hour ago.
No.
So it sounds like this is, something that maybe you could pull off. Maybe other people have been doing this all their lives, and this isn't going to be as difficult as we're making it out to be.
Well, Ty's an eater. Yeah.
I mean, Ty, you see the photos he tweets of buffalo wings in New York, and in Buffalo, like he lives outside of Buffalo.
But also, they're
amazing looking.
I know it makes me feel good. He's in really good shape.
Yeah.
Too. He's totally
shoveling
jacked.
all that snow.
Yeah, so
protein.
Because
protein, yeah.
After I take down this peanut butter jar, I don't want to, I want to use the protein. I might go right to the gym afterwards.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Get a couple miles in on the treadmill or just start pumping iron?
Tummy full of peanut butter. Yeah, I want to take advantage of the protein.
Are you going to put up 225 like the combine?
Yeah, guys like me and Tyler Dunne, protein eaters.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is that the next challenge? How many reps of 225 you can throw up?
Yeah, only after eating the peanut butter. It's like spinach for Popeye.
Yeah, don't say throw up either. Get that out of your verbiage, Chapter.
Yeah, do we have a garbage can around here? No.
Yeah,
outside.
Outside the studio.
And that's why you were so cynical about this challenge, because of your experience doing an on-air eating challenge.
Yeah, I ate a whole pizza and I puked it up. But I did it.
Yeah.
That was way harder than what you're doing.
Did your co-host at the time believe in you?
2 did, 1 did not.
Okay.
2 co-hosts did, my producer did not.
Wow, you showed him.
I did.
Or her.
I didn't realize it. No, Sean Marash. I didn't realize till after the fact when the video came out of all the behind-the-scenes footage that he had been, like, kicking sand in my eyes the whole time.
Oh,
he had gone negative on me the whole time. I had no idea.
I mean, that's Moorish. In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, right. Rooting against me.
Yeah. Now, at least you guys are stabbing me in the chest with your lack of belief in my peanut butter eating skills.
I'm a straight-up person.
Stab you in the chest with a spoon.
I'm a friend. I'm going to tell it right to your face.
By the way, I love the array of spoons you have here.
Yeah, and actually, I will be doing. You know how some people play the spoons? Isn't that like an instrument?
Yes. Yeah.
I will be doing a concert. I will do a concert at 5:00 Eastern.
Can you do the thing where you get the spoon on your nose?
You're going to be so
probably.
You're going to be so hopped up on peanut butter.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't be surprised if you could play the spoons while doing jumping jacks.
Soundgarden had that song Spoon Man. Go on right with that.
So
you're going to be doing the worm in here.
What's a better scenario? The challenge is over at 4:35. That a huge story comes on at 4:45. Say the Jets trade for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you got to keep eating.
Or is it better that we can just have fun the rest of the show? Which would you prefer, Maggie?
I want the news to break.
I want news to break while you're eating the peanut butter. Yes. You're trying to talk about something serious and important with peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
Fun.
I want the biggest news possible. You know?
Wait, what is the biggest
Well, I don't
news
actually.
possible?
The biggest news possible is probably most likely a downer.
Yeah,
So the biggest sports news possible.
Yes. The biggest news possible means we're all gone anyway.
Yeah, it means run. That's not the news I'm thinking about. I want biggest sports news. I want Aaron Rodgers to the Jets announced.
Yeah.
Who do we think's breaking it, Schefter?
What you're not saying is that you want a zombie invasion and Perloff, you have 10 minutes left. You have to stay here. Get eaten by zombie.
We're all going to leave with your peanut butter, by the way, because it's the only thing we're going to be eating.
Biggest sports news, right?
I think that works. 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. Jeffrey Howell says, I bet Dan Patrick's watching today. Do you think Dan is tuned in to watch you do this?
Oh.
If so, hi, Dan.
100% no.
Hi,
he
Dan.
has a life.
Honestly, I could call him right now and be like, Dan, I'm about to do this. He'd be like, good luck with that, and hang up. He said, I'm going to go back to watching he likes obscure
the
basketball
ACC tournament. Yeah.
No, he doesn't watch the ACC. He's watching the WCC tournament. He's like, nope, going back to San Diego State. Go Aztecs. Good luck, Perloff.
All right, we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot of sports to talk about, actually. We do have not only the Aaron Rodgers watch that we're on, but the news about Kevin Durant last night and the fear that he could miss the rest of the regular season. What does that mean for the Suns and their championship hopes? We'll get to that in just a moment after this CBS Sports Update with Rich Ackerman.
Sports Flash.
Well, we are in full swing of conference championship week, and right now Duke is crushing Pittsburgh, which was the top seed, or I should say the second seed in the ACC, 48-32 at the half. Kyle Filipowski with 14 at the break for the Blue Devils. Right now at Madison Square Garden, what feels like a home game for UConn, as usual. The Huskies lead Providence by a score of 23-13. Right now in the Big Ten, Ohio State leads Iowa at the break, 29-28. Chris Murray with 7 for the Hawkeyes. UCLA out in front of Colorado, 25-24 in the first half. In the Big 12, West Virginia leading Kansas 10-9. The third-ranked Jayhawks without Bill Self today because he is ill. Norm Roberts is coaching the team. Earlier today, Marquette survived a major scare from St. John's, holding off the Red Storm in overtime 72-70. Rutgers advancing in the Big Ten, 62-50 over Michigan. Miami top Wake Forest 74-72, and Iowa State defeats Baylor 78-72, while Mississippi State edged Florida 69-68. I'm Rich Hacker.
I have one surprise destination for Lamar Jackson. We'll go to that city to talk to an insider to see how likely it is. Later on the Zach Gelb Show, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific.
CBS Sports Radio.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 3 minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Five seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Potentially historic day. Andrew Perloff versus a jar of peanut butter comes your way at the top of the hour. We're 20 minutes away from Andrew Perloff beginning the Perloff Peanut Butter Challenge. I've never been this nervous or excited, and I'm like, I don't want to watch you fail. I just think that's what's going to happen.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it, Maggie, because I'm going to totally kill this thing.
Okay.
I'm very confident right now. Very, very confident.
A little overconfident. I mean, you were confident about the Eagles, and you were really confident about the Phillies, and that didn't work out.
It was 24-14.5. I didn't know the turf was going to be a pane of glass.
I'm just saying, you were talking a really big game.
How about what I tweeted out after game one that I thought the Astros were supposed to be good after the Phillies were up? Yeah I know. Philly's been...
Overconfidence in Andrew Perloff usually ends pretty badly. 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. Our buddy Phil is in Pennsylvania, wanted to call in with some last-minute tips for Perloff. What's up, Phil?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Well, ask us in about 40 minutes.
Well, is he allowed to have any kind of milk or glass of water, or is it just straight peanut butter, nothing else?
I demanded, for health reasons, that I could have water.
Okay. Well, during this commercial break, go drink some water outside of your glass of water, because the first stage of digestion is not chewing. It's actually your saliva. So you want to get those already working.
That's the first stage of digestion?
The first stage of digestion is not chewing. It's actually your saliva.
Yeah, that sounds right.
it starts before you actually start chewing.
Well,
you get that working first.
Maggie will tell you, I started working on hydrating earlier today.
Yeah, I did not know Perloff was going to go this route for a pregame. Perloff was drinking pickle juice straight from the jar in our office today.
Yep.
Which is unsettling. I'm going to be honest with you. But you said it's like something about hydrating and electrolytes.
Yeah, so to get ready for the peanut butter challenge, I did a super long run today. So I could afford to eat a lot of calories.
Good job, good effort on that. You know, no run in the history of the world is going to undo this.
But I was totally dehydrated. And when I get dehydrated, I tend to get cramps. And the only way to get rid of cramps is to drink pickle juice.
Well, I don't know if that's the only way.
It's the only way.
Exactly. But still, drink a little bit beforehand. But do not overstuff your mouth with peanut butter. Only small spoonfuls at a time. If you overstuff yourself, you're not going to be able to breathe, and then you're going to end up choking and coughing it up, and then you'll fail. Or if you stuff too much at the same time at the beginning, you'll just upset your stomach and you'll throw up.
Wait, Phil, how do you know all this?
Spoonful, a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Chip away, chip away, chip away. When you're down 10 runs, you don't try to score 10 runs at a time.
Yeah.
You score 2, then you 3, and then another 2, and you chip your way back in it. That's how you do it. You just chip it away, chip it away, chip it away. Eventually, you'll get to it.
Wow. Phil, I mean, geez, when did you become the Mr. Miyagi of this thing? Also, Phil, thank you so much. Phil had a little Mel Kiper there. I don't know why. It was like, you're going to love it. Chip it away. Chip it away. He was like giving you like a breakdown or something. All of a sudden, I got Kiper vibes.
Yeah, that was a pretty good Kiper impersonation right there.
Mine?
Yeah.
No.
No, you're going to love it. Let's hear more.
Well, now I'm going to mess it up. It's like
here's the left tackle from Northwestern.
Yeah, it's like Perloff, 6'2".
Yeah.
6'2" and a half, taking down 16 ounces of peanut butter. Gonna want to go small bites here. Don't want to take a big bite. It's a little Ross Perot too.
It's also a little Obama. There's a little.
I'm everybody.
It's a combination of Mel Kiper and Barack Obama right there. I liked it.
I'm everybody and nobody all at once. Okay, Perloff, small bites. So that's what you got from Phil.
But how do I know how to trust? Why am I trusting Phil?
Phil has never steered us wrong. Phil is the reason you have the Randall Cunningham jersey.
I don't have the Randall Cunningham jersey. We're supposed to get it signed and send it back to him.
Yeah.
Now, Randall, he's a guy who I could use in my corner. I need I need someone who believes in me, since clearly the people in this room, except for Stu, do not believe in me.
Okay, well, let's bring in one of our good friends, the host of the DA show. Damon Amendolara is on the line. DA, you've been a part of a lot of food challenges over the years. Do you think Perloff can take down 16 ounces of peanut butter in a half hour?
First off, let me just tell you, as the king of milking bits, I've never seen any bit milked quite as long as this one. You guys deserve an incredible amount of applause and respect. This is weeks. I thought you guys have already done this. And then Maggie texted me, hey, can we talk about this? I said, I thought you did this a week and a half ago. But look, I am actually very optimistic that Perloff could do it. At first, when he said it, I'm like, nah, I don't think he can. But he's shown a lot of confidence over the last couple of weeks, and the fact that management stepped in and said you can't do it made me believe that he can do it. If they were going to prevent you from doing it, I believe that you can do it. So I'm in your corner, Perloff.
Yeah, Damon, like me, I mean, we have Brad Pitt in Fight Club bodies, I would say. We're both pretty ripped guys. Do you think I should be worried about the calories here? Because one of the reasons I'm considering not finishing the whole thing is my physique, because this is a lot of calories.
But
we did the math. It's 2,800 calories.
You got pride on the line versus a physique. I mean, you're going to live on forever if you do this.
Handsome guys like me and Damon get it.
No, look, I think I know nutrition a little bit. These are good calories, Perloff. These are the types of calories that go straight to muscle. You know, these are clean calories. I think this is actually part of the TB12 method. It's like no white sugars, no alcohol, but copious amounts of peanut butter every day. I think you're fine.
Yeah, you add in a strawberry, though, it's going to go all straight to hell.
Yeah, no strawberry, all peanut butter, preferably chunky. What are you guys doing, smooth or chunky?
We are about to pick. Actually, it's funny. We're about to pick the kind of. I have Peter Pan, Skippy, and Jif in front of me. Creamy and chunky are my choices. What would you suggest?
Well, I think you go chunky. Now, we've had a little off-air debate going on my show about what's the better. There's some votes against chunky, but I think chunky makes it feel more like you're eating through a meal versus the same consistency for the entire jar. If I've learned anything from my 10 years with Mraz, is that you want to make sure your palate changes up. If you've got to eat a lot of something, you want to make sure that you have maybe a little dipping sauce here, a little different flavor there. I think the crunchy gives you some, I don't know, some catalyst to get through it.
Yeah, a little variety, spice of life kind of thing. Perloff was concerned last week that the peanuts would act as razor blades on his esophagus, I believe was the direct quote. That sounds like something Mraz would say. DA, okay, so that's one more vote in DA's corner. DA, don't worry, your long national nightmare of our peanut butter challenge is almost over.
I mean, this is impressive. Can you tell it's March on CBS Sports Radio? I think you guys are doing a 2-week peanut butter challenge. We're fighting over stalls versus urinals. I think we know it's not football season.
Wait.
I know. Oh, yes. The stalls versus the urinal. We can't even get them started on that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Not only, I thought you were going to say the network of Walter Cronkite. You know, if he could only see us now.
Yeah, the Tiffany network has devolved, eroded into food challenges. But hey, I'm glad that I'm part of it. I'm glad I'm part of history.
Real quick, DA, Maggie says to me, I hope the Rodgers trade to the Jets goes through midway through your peanut butter challenge just to see you try and talk about it with a mouthful of peanut butter.
I want the best news possible to break right in the middle.
Yeah, and if it does, we're going to actually then feed you saltines as well. Just we're doubling down on no way you could actually formulate a sentence for news of the year.
DA, all right, your opinion here is president accounted for. Thank you so much, and we appreciate it. Have a good show tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
Thank you. You can be locked in as well. YouTube.com/CBS Sports Radio if you would like to watch Mr. Perloff eat the jar of peanut butter. Of course, across the country, our CBS Sports Radio amazing affiliates. Thank you. And the Odyssey app, which is absolutely free to download, and SiriusXM channel 158.
All right, so now we're at what's the vote now?
Okay, you gotta
I got
pick a
Stu
jar
on
here.
my side, Ack on my side, and DA. So 3 people support me.
Yeah.
So
you got to make a choice.
I've spent all show. Let me just real quick share some calorie counts here. Jif only has 190 calories per serving, but it has 4 grams of sugar per serving.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot of sugar. Now,
I think you're losing sight of what this is about. This is about legacy. This is about history. This is about you breaking down barriers that have never been done before. This isn't about the calories you're going to consume. Like, you can think about that tomorrow. Today is about legacy.
Okay. I'm going to ignore all that. Now, Peter Pan.
Yes.
I don't think I've eaten Peter Pan peanut butter in a long, long time.
We weren't sure it existed until yesterday.
Yeah, and it was the least expensive. It only cost me about $3. I don't know that this is a high enough quality peanut butter to get through the challenge.
Wait, apparently Peter Pan peanut butter has no social media presence whatsoever.
Well, no Twitter account at least. I haven't checked all the other ones, but they do not have a Twitter presence.
Check and see if they have Facebook.
Now, and then I have Skippy Natural, which I'm natural. That's good, but it actually has the most calories per serving. So I'm not sure I want that one either.
RPC in the chat says Perloff is cursing himself with that awful Wentz poster behind you. You know, that's not a good omen. You put Carson Wentz right behind you. That's loserville.
Well, maybe I get injured 70% of the way through, and Stu, my Nick Foles, comes in and finishes the peanut butter challenge.
As the referee for this event, clearly by the shirt and jersey I'm wearing, I would not allow it. You can't tag someone in. This isn't some kind of relay race. This is you alone. Man versus peanut butter.
I've made my decision.
You've made your decision.
In 10 minutes, I will be eating Skippy Natural. Will be the peanut butter of choice.
All right, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm going Skippy. 1/3 less sodium and sugar. Not that, but it's not about the health.
It's not. If it was about the health, you would never do this.
Because everyone keeps saying the more natural it is, the more oil will be in there, which will help me.
Yeah.
So
as
it's
DA
a little
said,
bit of a
these
cheat
are
code.
good calories.
It's a bit of a cheat code.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of time. If I had all show, then I might consider experimenting with Peter Pan. But there's a lot of pressure on me. I'm going to go totally professional with Skippy.
Jeffrey Howell in the chat says, like McNabb, you will throw up in the huddle. I will be far away. I'll be on the other side of the studio if you start to lose it. All right, this is happening, everyone. This is happening. The time is almost here. 2 minutes after the hour.
What?
That is when the clock will start.
Is that right?
Yes, this is.
Oh, no.
We're here.
Wait, it's really here because I don't know if I'm ready. I'm serious.
You better get
I'm
in the
serious. I'm
mood.
having a complete panic attack right now.
You're going to be fine. Everything's going to work out, except you're never going to be able to finish this, and it's all going to crash and burn. More Maggie and Perloff. The jar is open. The first bite is taken in just minutes.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Five seconds remaining. 30 seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
I do not know if I could get through this bottle of peanut butter. Oh my God.
You were so confident.
It's so dry in my mouth.
You're not backing out.
Okay, so should you be allowed to drink water while you eat this peanut butter?
I'm not even getting 4 bites in if I can't drink water. Right now, my mouth will barely open from one gigantic bite just to prove I wasn't allergic. This is a mountain we're about to
Also,
climb.
you have to coherently host a radio show while you do this.
Stu and I are preparing ourselves to be co-hosts for that.
We're not raising the bar. I mean, I don't normally coherently host a radio show. What's the difference?
Here are Maggie and Perloff.
It's all happening. In a matter of minutes, Andrew Perloff takes on a 16-ounce jar of peanut butter. No man has ever attempted a stunt like this that we know of. Today, Perloff will be the first. You, sir, are walking into the great unknown.
You have no idea how close I came to just walking from the bathroom to the elevator, down to the ground floor, and hailing a cab and just leaving. You would have been standing here. It was so close. It was so close. You have no idea. First
You
of all,
just never came back into the studio?
No, if I came back tomorrow as if nothing had happened. First of all, I would have loved. What would you have said if you started at 4 o'clock Eastern and I wasn't here?
I would have said, we got to search the building. He's like, leave no stone unturned. He has to come back. You are doing this today.
What if you had never heard from Andrew Perloff again?
And that's the last of Andrew Perloff.
All right.
Okay, just in a matter of moments, Perloff has chosen the peanut butter of choice.
Skippy Natural.
Yeah. Out of your 3 selections, Skippy Natural is the one that wins out. Have you chosen a spoon yet?
Yes. So this is a sort of medium-sized spoon, but it's got a nice heaviness to it. You know, you don't want a lightweight spoon. I was going to try it with a plastic spoon because I forgot my spoon, but I had Mike Sampson to bring one in, and our boss offered a spoon. I washed it, by the way. I don't know where it's been, but this feels good.
You can watch us if you'd like to watch Perloff attempt this historic feat, youtube.com/CBS Sports Radio, where in the chat, Alan L. said, breaking Perloff's gallbladder. It's going to be intense on your organs today.
I always wonder what the gallbladder does. Does it help process peanut butter?
Still don't know, but we're all going to find out the aftermath of Perloff eating 16 ounces. I've been somebody who's really been in your side, in your corner, as your friend, as your co-host, colleague. I've really been someone who thought you could do this, and I no longer think that's the case.
Yeah. By the way, I don't remember which spoon I liked. I'm looking at 5 spoons right now.
You just were holding it up.
I think this is it, but then I put it down in this other pile of spoons. This is already going terribly awry.
Oh, gosh. We haven't even started yet. We are about to get this underway. Is there anything else that we're missing here? You've got the spoon. You've got the peanut butter. You've got your water. How many ounces of water do you have next to you?
Let's see. I have a bottle of 33 fluid ounces.
Okay, that seems like it should be enough. You're going to have 30 minutes. We're going to count it down. Hey, by the way, I'm going to keep the official clock, but can one of you keep a backup clock? Okay, thank you. Just in case something goes haywire.
Is there any kind of exercises I can do here?
Oh, nice. And right now, youtube.com/CBS Sports Radio, the official Maggie and Perloff merch. You can see our new T-shirts. They look fantastic. Okay, how do you feel?
I feel good. I need some inspiration. I need to get fired up. There's only one way to do that for Philly sports.
One thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win. Win.
What are we waiting
punishment. Take this!
This reminds me so much of a certain day in Minnesota when the Philadelphia Eagles were going against a red-hot Tom Brady. And Nick Foles came over the sideline, and he said, let's run the Philly special. That is the energy I'm bringing to this peanut butter challenge.
Okay. Undo the lid.
Okay.
Unscrew it.
Is the official sound the paper on top of the thing when it comes off that little sound?
Go ahead.
Ready? 3, take go.
Wait. This is going to be our big countdown. All together now. 3, 2, 1. It begins. All right. It's been unsealed. Perloff.
Oh, my gosh. I'm having a total anxiety
The
attack.
clock is running, man.
Okay.
All right. The first spoonful has been consumed. Again,
I
we
can
are...
already tell you I should have gone chunky. This is going to be very, very hard.
All right. Well, here for some encouragement, maybe. I don't know. As the producer of the DA show, Sean Morash is on the line. Sean's done many an eating challenge in his day. Most of them went terribly. Sean, thanks so much for calling in. Do you think Perloff can do it?
Yes, he absolutely can do it. I do have a couple problems with it. Number one, for a guy so confused by sugar, there's plenty of good sugar-free Jif and Skippy options. I use them on my rice cakes every morning. That should have been a very easy call by you.
I'm taking advice from a man who puts sugar-free peanut butter on rice cake. I don't think so.
Oh, geez. Somebody's got to stick around CBS Sports Radio to year 20 here.
And we're all counting on you, Morash.
Exactly,
Yeah.
of course. I'm a backbone of society here. Also, I know you're already complaining about the creamy here, Perloff. Don't do that chunky. I've been there before. It sounds good in theory. Couple spoonfuls in. You're going to be rocking the back of your esophagus, all sorts of cuts. You won't be able to speak for a week. That'll be a real issue. There should be no problem right now with the creamy. The best bet, though, is palate changing. Change where you put it on your tongue. Don't keep sticking it in the same spot. Go right to left. Go left to right on your radio dial. Change the portions of your tongue, absorbing the most peanut butter at a time.
What are you, Vince Lombardi? What, is this, are you giving the X's and
Maggie,
O's
let the
here?
man
The
talk. Let the man
godfather
talk.
of this.
Let the
Okay.
man talk.
I'm sorry.
I've been here before. I ate a 76-ounce steak after 2 loaves of garlic bread the night before Super Bowl 43, and I threw up all over the restaurant. I know what I'm doing here, okay?
Oh, that's debatable.
This is also why I had no confidence with you in the pizza. I thought the technique was straightforward. You need to change techniques to survive here. Perloff has this. And if it makes you feel better, Andrew, I think I've unknowingly eaten a whole jar of peanut butter and a whole CBS Sports Radio show. Sprinkle on different things. I eat this stuff like crazy.
Morash, thank you for your sage advice to Andrew Perloff. You're making good time here. He's going for big gulps at the beginning.
Starting off, Morash, I'm starting off fast. Is that the way to go?
Yeah, that's it. Start off fast. You could always worry about slowing down later, but the more you get down early, the less of a mental hurdle it will be later on. It's like a starting pitcher. You want to get through 3 strong innings. Then if you have to labor through innings 5, 6, and 7 in a playoff game, at least you know you got the important outs early, Perloff. Come on.
This is the most coherent arguments I've ever heard you make in the history of radio. Morash, you're amazing.
No problem. Hey, listen, I'll be here at the victory finish. You got this.
All right. I've never heard Morash be that confident for somebody. Like, that's awesome.
From the same guy who thought that Brazil and Egypt neighbored each other, he's giving sage advice and strategy on how to eat peanut butter.
It's not a geography quiz. It's an eating challenge. This is what he knows, guys. I don't know, Morash, this is his area. This is your lane.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to be nearly 300 pounds multiple times in my life by knowing who speaks what in what country, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Listen.
Wait, is Morash still on the radio?
I was supposed to hang up, but then I hung around. I'll go.
We thought you hung up right before that. All right, Morash, are you still there? No, okay. He's finally hung up now.
I thought you were replaying Morash from earlier in the segment.
I love that he hung around. All right, yeah, that was good. Can you tip the jar towards me? All right, no, you're a third of the way done out of these 16 ounces. While you're here, we thought while you're eating peanut butter,
okay,
one thing that might be, a fun activity for you is take a bite, and then can you read some of these names?
All right.
Wait, first take the bite of peanut butter, and then Perloff is going to attempt to pronounce some of the most difficult names in sports.
Okay, can I take a drink of water first? This is
Go ahead.
crazy.
Yep, we've got a list.
Can you say these names? Okay, hold on. Okay.
Athletes' names that are hardest to pronounce. Okay, some peanut butter. Go ahead.
All right. Giannis.
Keep going. There you go. Keep going down the list.
Okay, a bite before every name.
Yeah.
DJ Ulangalala.
Yeah. Sure.
DJ Ulangalale.
He can't do that, by the way, when he has no peanut butter. That name always trips me up.
DJU. Okay.
DJU, yeah.
All right. Okay, one more bite here.
Yeah.
Akbar Gabaza Bianila.
Yeah. That's about as well as we thought it was going to go.
Oh, this is, and the next is a draft prospect.
Yeah.
I can't do this one. Wait, Maggie, can you help me out with this guy? He's a Northwestern lineman.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll get a full bite here and just bring this home.
Go ahead.
Adetemimwa Adebeware.
You were actually closer on that than you were to DJU. That's amazing.
Okay. All right. By the way, I'm making real progress here.
Go ahead. What's the next one?
Mario Hazonia.
All right.
Wait, no, because I didn't take my bite. Hold on.
Yeah. Keep going.
Luke Mambahe Mubwete.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure. If you say so.
All right, hold on. This is inspiring me to eat much faster.
Yeah, this is good for you.
Indama Kung Soup. Indama Kung Soup. Do I sound clear? I don't sound clear in my own ears. Am I headphones wearing?
Two-Ton Tony says Maggie is so happy. Tony, you don't know the half of it.
Zadrunas Ilgauskas.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's too much. Now, of all these names, why is Big Ben's name on there? That's not even hard to say.
I don't know. Samter put that one on.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that actually helped you. Can I see the jar now? Well, honestly, if you wanted to go for like speed.
What is the all-time record? By the way,
the all-time record. No one's ever done this before.
I'm feeling some discomfort in sort of the upper region of my.
Okay, yeah. Talk us through it. Walk us through it.
Yeah. So my stomach feels okay. The rest of me, I don't know. There's something going wrong.
You can breathe, right?
I can breathe.
Okay.
I think it's the anxiety of knowing you're about to break a Guinness Book of World Record.
I know. Well, let's get a quick time check.
I think the peanut butter is caught like in a certain, like, it's not getting all the way from my mouth into my stomach.
Oh, boy.
I think it's sort of kind of
in
caught
purgatory?
It's caught in between. I don't know what that area of the body is called.
Hey, my Heimlich arms are ready to go.
No, I really think,
stand down.
I really think it's I need to drink more water.
Okay. It's like sitting there
yeah, it's
in
like,
your chest. All right, you have
yes, exactly.
22 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the challenge. Our buddy Ty Dunne from Go Long is on the line. Ty, what do you think?
It's an honor to be involved with this historic achievement. First of all, this is such a great change of pace from tracking Aaron Rodgers' whereabouts and whatnot. So, the first thought that popped in my head is as somebody who makes his way into the pantry, grabs some peanut butter. Usually, it's when the groceries are a little low, when that fridge is looking a little bare. It's like, all right, I need a little fix. Grab that peanut butter and just go to town. I work in a little fluff, though. Peanut butter fluff. I loved as a kid. Yes. And, just to take a spoon of peanut butter and then work a little fluff onto that spoon. I don't know if it's cheating for what you're doing right now, but
Ty, I don't know if you saw, I'm wearing a referee's jersey today because I'm the official judge and jury on all this stuff. The buck stops with me on any kind of rule changes. No additives were allowed. Perloff wanted to put honey in there. I didn't allow it. This is a straight up peanut butter challenge. Okay, so Ty, give us a little something. Like, is this Rodgers thing, this trade to the Jets? Do you think this is going to happen like today, tomorrow? Is this happening?
I'm just picturing you being like Mills Lane in the middle of Mike Tyson's
yes.
play right now.
It's a good visual. You're
I can't
right
believe
there.
you're asking Ty and Aaron Rodgers. Did anyone warn him that we might go with an Aaron Rodgers question?
Ty knows this.
Good. I think if it's the Jets, it would happen relatively soon, right? I would think the next 48 to 72 hours. You never know with Aaron Rodgers. He could really hold everybody hostage if he wants because he still has the threat of retirement, right? I mean, he's kind of has that lording over the Packers, the Jets, any team that would want him. He can just threat, okay, I don't want to do this. I can retire. But things seem to be moving. I mean, Woody Johnson's out there making his plea, and they had constructive dialogue from everything that we've heard, and it just makes sense all the way around. I mean, Green Bay is moving on. They're going to start Jordan Love. They've been done with Aaron Rodgers for a while now. You know, they want to see what they have in their first-round pick. It's been 3 years. He took this massive jump year 2 to year 3. He's ready to go, and I think everything else is just a matter of some semantics, maybe, making Aaron feel like this is his decision publicly.
Wait, Ty, can I ask you a question? Because you did a podcast with Bob McGinn, right, who is really plugged into the Packers, and he used a word where he said, and by the way, he called this a couple weeks ago. He said the Packers have moved on. They said that they're disgusted with Aaron, right? Like, what exactly, like, what went wrong here at the end if these two are going to be parting on bad terms?
When they made him the richest player in the sport, I think they expected more out of Aaron Rodgers. And granted, the prior off season, they kind of bent the knee to him and gave him a seat at the table and kind of carte blanche behind the scenes to kind of do whatever he wanted. He already kind of did what he wanted at the line of scrimmage. But I think when they gave him that money and then he kind of blew off the off season from not showing up at OTAs to work with these 3 draft picks at wide receiver who, you know, they're brand new. Maybe it would behoove you to teach them the audibles, the signals that made you such a special quarterback when you had Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams out there. I'm sure that didn't sit well with the Packers. But even physically, his legs weren't there like they were prior seasons. It took a while, you know, mentally to get up with those receivers for them to get on the same page. But physically, he just didn't get out of those jams that we've seen him get out of year after year after year. So is that father time? Is it inevitable? You know, everybody that said Tom Brady kind of falls off a cliff before 39-40. Or can he be rejuvenated? I'd imagine the Jets, they're going to want him to show up and work with these young players. I think Aaron would. I think he'll be rejuvenated. I think he's going to want to stick it to people like us who doubt him at this point of his career.
Ty,
well, that's interesting you say doubting him.
I know. Ty, thank you so much. Yeah. While Ty was informing our audience and adding to the show in a positive way, and
I have an announcement. I'm going to the closer spoon already.
Ty, thank you so much for the time. We'll let you get back to what you're doing. Ty Dunne, of course, the founder of Go Long. Go subscribe. You will be happy that you did. Go to golongtd.com. He's also the author of The Blood and Guts, How Tight Ends Save Football. Thank you, Ty.
Don't say Gus. Thank you. Thank you, Ty.
You're a legend. Thank you so much for doing this, and thanks so much for having me.
All right.
Thank you, Ty. We're not 17 minutes in.
12 minutes in.
We're 12 minutes in. You have 18 minutes left on the clock, and you're already going to the closer spoon.
The closer spoons are this little dainty spoon that our boss had that gets
it's extra long.
Mm-hmm. So I need to talk to the official, you, Maggie.
Yep.
What is empty?
All right. Well, we're going to figure that out on the other side of the break. You keep eating with the closer spoon. We've got to take a very quick commercial break. We come back on the other side, and we'll see if Perloff is down to the nitty-gritty on this. I can't believe how well you're doing. You're a legend. Don't move. More Maggie and Perloff. Again, youtube.com/CBS Sports Radio. If you want to watch how this thing finishes out. We've got more after this quick break.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. Minute remaining. .45 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. .15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
If you're just joining us, Perloff is just putting the finishing touches on 16 ounces of peanut butter. The man is a legend. He's got the closer spoon. He's now digging through the last little bits.
3 more bites here and I'm done.
Amazing. I never thought you could do it. Right now, you still have 11 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. And Andrew Perloff is like Usain Bolt, just cruising to the finish line.
All right, Maggie, you're the judge.
Yeah.
One more bite.
One more bite, and I would consider this a finished jar of peanut butter. The man is a legend. Last bite. You've done it. Of all the improbable.
Mental note, don't stand up fast. Guys, give me a second here. I'm just going to put my head down.
You've done it.
All right.
Congratulations. How do you
I felt great 5 minutes ago. I felt like I could could take on the world. Something is hit between now and then.
Is that right? That
Give me a
quickly?
second. Give me a second.
All right, we're pausing it.
Just vamp.
It took you 20 minutes to eat the peanut butter.
All right, so I have 10 more minutes?
You have 10 more, but you have 10 minutes and 38 seconds.
Do you think that I should try to see if I can down 2 jars of peanut butter?
I mean, you're an animal. This was never part of it. Do you think you can put down another jar in 10 minutes?
I don't know if I'll survive, but I can try.
You're a legend of your in the making.
All right, give me a second here.
Well, the clock's ticking now. You got 10 minutes and 17 seconds.
A second
jar? I mean, this is not in the contract. I'm the referee here, but you're on your own now.
Can I ask a serious question?
Yeah.
Do I look red and flushed?
No, you look fine. You look great.
I feel red and flushed.
Don't tell him. You're fine. You look good.
No, seriously. I feel like my face is burning a little bit. No,
you're good.
All right.
Yeah, you look the same.
All right.
Are you sweating a little?
I am sweating a little. I don't feel right, but I'm still a little hungry.
Barely anything.
Okay, I did 16. I wonder if I could do more. I'm going to see where I'm going to push the limits.
Go ahead.
Like Chuck Yeager.
The clock is continuing to run. You're under 10 minutes now.
I'm going to try, just to mix it up, the Jif.
With the chunky?
Chunky.
Okay.
Is this
I love
crazy?
it. We're in totally uncharted water now. Perloff has already put down 16 ounces of peanut butter, and he's going for more.
I can't open the jar.
Your fingers don't work anymore because of the peanut butter? There you go. That's the unmistakable
this is the
sound.
worst idea I ever had in my life.
All right, get to it.
Oh, this is such a bad idea.
9 minutes and 11, 10, 9. Keep going. All right. The second jar.
Oh, this is the worst idea. Do not let me do this, Maggie.
And the second jar has now been opened, and the first bite has been taken. Dude, I didn't even think you had it in you to not only take down that first jar, but then start on a second. You really love peanut butter.
I do love peanut butter.
You've proven it.
I have to tell you, the chunky is bringing me back to life here. I feel like I'm getting my second wind.
Ladies and gentlemen, what are we witnessing? We're watching just history in the making.
You know, Phil called in and said chunky was better.
Yeah.
He might have been right.
Well, you were concerned about your esophagus.
Oh.
You thought that peanuts would be like razor blades. I don't know where you got that from, but I don't think there's any shards of glass in there.
This is, I was worried about the caloric intake. This would be insane.
Keep going. Don't even think about that. The calories is for tomorrow. Right now, you're going for immortality.
I might need to make someone run and get more water.
We've got plenty of people for that, don't we?
Not really.
Somebody. Samter's on the phone. We'll get somebody. If I have to go do it myself.
I'm okay for right now. Oh, my God.
You're a legend. I never thought that thank you, Mike. I never thought that the second jar would be open, let alone consumed. Keep going, man.
This will be crazy. I have to be honest. If I can pull this off, I feel like I could climb Mount Everest.
Okay, you had 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. And let's see, can you show me the jar? I mean, you're a third of the way in. Wow. Go. You can do this. I've changed now. I was against you, and now I'm for you. You can do this. Uh-oh. I got the one finger. Like, hold on. Not the middle finger, which I might get also at some point. You okay?
I feel funny.
Dude, you've got this. You've got this. You've started the second jar. We believe in you. All the positive vibes are coming from around the country, around the world. You can do it. Andrew Perloff, a legend. Under 7 minutes, though, so you might want to get eaten.
I don't feel so great.
You look fantastic. How about that?
Now you're trying to build my confidence?
Because you've proven it to me. I thought there was no way you'd do it, and you took down the first jar like easy walk in the park. Uh-oh. The chat's worried about you. DX says Maggie's an awful friend. Not true.
True.
Not true.
You're accurate.
I'm just here
Can confirm.
to offer the type of support that I think you would give me right now. I believe in you.
So tell me again what happened after you ate your pizza, because I think we might be able to share that experience.
That was a little more carb friendly. Samter, you're going to grab I thought he was going to grab the garbage can.
Where's Samter running?
I don't know. He just ran out of here.
He's going to get defibrillator.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he's coming back. What does he have for you?
Oh, he's got a garbage can.
He's got a garbage can. Okay.
But that's a recycle one.
Yeah, we can't do that to the nice people here who clean the building. All right. You've got now a puke bucket next to you. Do you feel better?
Nope.
Okay.
This is really bad. This second jar hurts. It's like severe pain.
This is what an icon does. They push through the pain. It's your mind. It's all in your mind.
No, that's not true.
It's in your stomach as well.
But more, it's in your mind.
You've also gone to the extra chunky. So that's, you may have wanted to do that one first to get that out of the way.
I know, but Ackerman, we had no idea the second jar was even on the tape, like a possibility.
I just thought it was one, yeah.
All right, time check. You got 5 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Has he bitten off more than he can chew?
Someone should have made the joke. Thank you, Ack, for doing it.
If I could speak right now, I would say that was the dumbest joke I ever heard.
It's accurate.
Perloff is in no mood for jokes right now.
He gets very grumpy or very salty.
Yeah,
when
I
I'm going to put the garbage can down.
Peanut toxicity flowing through my body.
Can I see the inside of the jar? Show it to me. I mean, you're slowing down a little bit, but I think you're basically halfway there.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
The second jar is legendary.
There's a lot of people worried about you tonight and tomorrow.
Anonymous says no pain, no gain. I mean, he's right. He's anonymous. He knows.
How much time left?
You've got 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. You can do this, dude.
4:20 is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That was not
Go ahead, guys. Gals. Celebrate. Are you okay?
I am not okay. I am far from okay.
I don't feel very comfortable sitting so close to him.
He got too cocky.
It's a lot of expensive equipment.
My eyes got...
Honestly, you flew too close to the sun?
I am so nauseous right now.
Oh, no.
I'm going to try and see what kind of day. I'm not going to finish this second
The
one.
peanut butter melted off of his wings?
What if you had like a little seltzer or something? Maybe the carbonation will do you good.
Yeah. How about like a cracker or apple slice?
Oh.
Ginger ale? Can we get him a ginger ale?
Everyone stop talking about food. Everyone shut up. Nobody's
I've never heard Perloff angry before.
Never heard Perloff
I've never heard an angry
3.5 minutes of total silence. Oh, yeah.
That's
Great
terrible
I
radio.
can't focus on it.
We can't leave it hanging. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. Can we go get him a ginger ale? I've got money in my bag. We'll get it after. Do you want a ginger ale?
Yeah, something would be nice.
Oh, yes, Stu. Stu's got a good idea. Play it for him, Stu.
One thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here. Win.
He's reborn.
Look at his face. It's great.
Take this!
You're under 3 minutes.
He's got a second wind, it looks like. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Perloff, are you all right? Oh, no. Did you spit it out? No, it's still in his... Okay, you didn't spit it out. I thought that was going to work. I really did.
I did too for a second. Then the peanut butter hit my mouth, and then my mouth said, no.
All of a sudden, it was like, I don't know, the Eagles against the Patriots. You're halfway done in that second jar.
He may never eat peanut butter again after this.
I will never, ever. I hate peanut butter.
Now?
I can't stand it.
What did we do? We ruined it for you.
No, I'll get back into it. I mean, if somebody wants to sponsor us, Skippy, Peter Pan, or Jif.
Yeah, we'll eat it every day. We'll do this every day. We're coming up on 2 minutes.
You can't make me laugh either. No funny statements. Nothing.
Don't worry.
Dead serious. Just read the headlines or something. Somebody give me something.
All right, something really serious.
Like the update.
We'll get to the update in a minute. We're under 2 minutes. What do you think?
I can't finish it.
Can't finish it. I mean, the fact that you went for the second jar is legendary in and of itself. Like you're on the Mount Rushmore.
Who else is on the Mount Rushmore?
Just you. It's 4 pictures of you.
I can't do it. Oh gosh, a minute and a half. A minute and a half. Let me see.
A minute and a half left. Can you just keep eating till the end? Minute 30. This is going to be the most painful 90 seconds of your life, and then it'll be over.
Yes.
Basically.
It'll be over, except for infamy of me throwing up on national radio.
Yeah. I might have to slide out of here. You okay? You are looking a little pale now, even for you.
Get you some Ipecac.
You want some Pepto?
I don't know if that's going to do the trick.
And all of a sudden, like the the energy in here changed. And
Yeah.
it got really serious because I think you're going to get sick. And if you get sick, I'm going to get sick. Just to let you know. I'm a monkey see, monkey do person. If you puke, I'm puking. You okay? I can hear you chewing.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Look
That
right
last
away.
bite,
Don't look toward me.
that last bite was a terrible. I thought.
All right, we're under a minute.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought I could do the second
40
draw.
seconds. No?
You got a little cocky.
Listen.
I flew way too close to the sun. Now I'm about to throw up all over the sun.
This is like your Saturday morning pickup game when you hit like 5 straight 3-pointers and then that sixth one just bombs.
We're under 30 seconds. You're almost there. I mean, you've done it. You've won. You have won, but then you move the goalpost on yourself, and now you might lose.
Honestly,
Coming up on 10 seconds left.
I can't even hear you anymore. Like there's so much peanut butter flowing through my system.
8,
I just hear
7,
a low hum.
6.
All right, one last chance.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. It's over. It's over. He's done.
As he slumps
Play the We
down
Are
into
the
the
Champions.
chair.
You are a champion. Perloff, you did 1.5 jars of peanut butter.
More like 60% of the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a, let's see. Yeah, you did get 60%. I'm looking at it now. No, not a loser, Stu. Not a loser. He's a winner.
Stu.
Not a loser. Yeah, this is like 60. This is like, I think you did like 26 ounces. Would you say you did 10? There's like 6 ounces left, maybe?
Yeah.
You did like 10 ounces of the second one. So 16 ounces of the first jar. Are you okay? You're looking at me funny.
Just keep talking.
Okay. And then 10 ounces of the second jar. I think you did like 26 ounces.
Now, Ref, I think we need an official ruling. Like, he did complete the challenge.
He completed it. He's a winner.
Well, he did complete the challenge
Are you all right?
as scheduled. However, I mean, he's struggling. However, he did voluntarily offer to take up a second jar and didn't finish it.
I know.
So, like, if you offer to do extra and you don't do it, I feel like that has to count. I feel like we have to count this as a failure.
Danny Fowler in the chat says, "Run, Maggie. He's gonna blow." I don't. Are you all right, Perloff? If you're not watching, has his face on the desk with his head in his arms. We can't see his face. I'm worried now.
What would happen if Aaron Rodgers gets traded to the Jets?
Well, we may not know. Someone check Schefter. By the way, I think you'll be happy to know this. Your good buddy Paul Pabst has joined the chat. Said he took my kids out of school early for this. And he's proud. He's proud of you, buddy.
There you go.
You did it. I think you did it. Samter, enough of your naysaying.
This is a huge mistake.
No, it's great.
You've done it.
It's like Roy McAvoy in Tin Cup. Years from now, nobody's going to remember that you didn't feel well after. You did it.
You've done it. It was weird that you moved the goalpost on yourself and then oddly failed, but this is a W.
It's like an overtime loss. You get
you get a point in hockey. No, you're full points. You're good.
Something feels wrong.
Yeah. Something looks wrong.
I don't feel well.
Ooh.
I'm glad I got through the first jar. That second jar was the biggest mistake of my entire life.
Yeah.
And what were you thinking there?
I know. You got real confident. This is.
I thought the switch over to Chunky would give me a second life, and it did. I was doing so good.
It took years off
So
your
well.
life. Thank you, Ack, for correcting his grammar. Ack. He kicked dirt in his face with correcting his grammar.
Hey, he went to Dartmouth, you should know these things.
Ack, honestly, I can choose which way to throw up. I'm definitely going in your direction, so stop talking tough.
Hey, Stu, I'm going to go to the other side of the room.
You guys think you're safe on that side of the glass?
Oh, no.
Because if I throw up, Maggie's throwing up, and then you guys are throwing up.
This is going to get real ugly in here.
You're like that scene out of Stand By Me.
Yeah. Everyone starts puking. Oh, man.
Oh, stop.
It's all right. We're not going to talk about moldy peanut butter churning in
Let's
your
just
stomach.
hope it comes out that end.
As if he can't hear you sitting right next to him.
RPC
I mean, we know what's
says,
happened in this studio in the past.
RPC says that weird feeling is your colon rupturing. Uh-oh.
All right.
Ooh, big deep breath, bud. Are you all right? Oh, no, he's going for the bat. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, no. Wait, I'm scared now that you're going to
Someone get him out of the room.
Can I help you in any way? Let me offer some help. Do you need?
Is it hot in here? Turn on the air conditioner.
Okay, maybe we'll turn it down. It's 70 in here. It's a little warm.
Oh my God.
Are you okay? Oh no, he's getting up. Oh no! What? It's spin. So is Ackerman. Ackerman's also getting up. Perloff almost puked on Ack, and Ack almost just quit. You okay? All right. You want to take a second? We can go to the update.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh wait, we can't go to the update. Here comes Samter. He's got the plastic bag.
Oh no!
What are we gonna pour barbecue sauce all over his head again? All right, put it down on the floor. Things we probably should have thought about an hour ago. Wow. Yes. People in the chat are wondering why I'm smiling. Do I have to explain it? Listen, you did it.
I'm feeling no pleasure right now.
You don't feel like you won?
I don't know if I look green, but I feel green right now.
You do look a little green, actually.
I feel very green.
Yeah.
I'm actually putting all my focus into it. I'm not even kidding around right now. If I don't focus here.
This is Perloff serious face.
A jar and a half of peanut butter is coming up on national radio, TV. Yeah. I think we need to go to the break and see where I am in 5 minutes.
Okay. I think that's reasonable, that you might need a second.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm sorry,
you did
guys.
it. Sue, we are the champions. Let's play it again. Just you deserve it. I don't know why you went for the second one.
I don't either.
But I
don't know why you let me.
You're a champ in our book. All right. Coming up, got more details for you on Aaron Rodgers. This could actually happen today during the show while Perloff is going to get violently ill. Stu's praying for it. All right, a lot more Maggie and Perloff. We're on CBS Sports Radio. We're on the free Odyssey app, Sirius XM channel 158. And we are, if you want to see Perloff sick, youtube.com/CBS Sports Radio. We're back with more Aaron Rodgers news after this CBS Sports Update with Rich Ackerman.
Sports Flag.
Well, second-ranked UCLA taking on Colorado in the Pac-12 tournament this afternoon, and it is a close one with just under 8 minutes left in the second half. The Bruins on top 59-55. Also, Kansas without head coach Bill Self in front of West Virginia 46-40 in the second. Tennessee leads Ole Miss at the half 39-33, and right now it has been no contest at Madison Square Garden, where UConn has a 61-46 lead over Providence. Earlier today, Rutgers needing a big win to advance in the Big Ten tournament and keep its NCAA tournament hopes alive. The Scarlet Knights defeated Michigan 62-50. Iowa State with an impressive win over Baylor 78-72, while Marquette outlasted St. John's in overtime 72-70, and Miami a winner over Wake Forest today by a score of 74-72. Mississippi State also edging Florida 69-68. The Yankees' Carlos Rodon will start the season on the injured list. He's been shut down for 7 to 10 days due to a mild forearm strain. I'm Rich Ackerman.
Your weekday mornings and mid-mornings should include Bill Ryder and Ryder Than You. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Radio.
CBS Sports Radio.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 4 minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Five seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back to Maggie and Perloff. History in the making today. Andrew Perloff put down one 16-ounce jar of peanut butter, and he didn't do it in 30 minutes. He did it in 20 minutes. And riding on that confidence and maybe a peanut butter high, he decided to go for a second jar, this time chunky peanut butter. He got 60% through before he had to throw in the towel. It's an incredible feat. It's a will of the human fortitude. You, sir, you've impressed us all today. How do you feel?
I feel awful. I haven't felt this bad in a long time. I feel it's funny, even worse than I did in my first food challenge, because my first food challenge was nobody could get through. It was this gigantic thing.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get through the second jar. And then, what was it that you told me it takes 20 minutes for the brain to catch up with the stomach?
Yeah.
Well, the brain caught up.
Yeah.
And then...
Right as you started the second jar.
Then every bite I took felt like it was going to come right back up immediately.
Well, your good friend Paul Paps, who was watching on youtube.com/CBS Sports Radio, had a good idea for us to tally up the full calorie count.
Yeah.
I've done that. Would you like to hear the damage?
Sure.
Okay, so the full jar of, what was the first one you did? Skippy. It's 2,660 calories. You put that down, no problemo.
12 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Then the second was Jif Extra Crunchy. We believe you put down 60% of that. So that's about another 1,900 calories that you put in for a grand total of 4,560 calories that you put down in a half hour.
That's disgusting.
Well, listen, it's amazing. It's not disgusting. It's inspirational.
Legendary.
Yeah, thank you, Stu. This is the human body is not supposed to take in that much peanut butter.
Yeah, you don't say, do you?
And you have blown past what we thought the human body was capable of.
I don't know. I don't know if my body was capable of that.
Mike McDaniel in the chat says ESPN will be doing a 30 for 30 special on this. I mean, if they know what's good for them.
I just worry that we're only 85% of the way through the story. I feel like there's more to come.
You think the story's coming back up?
I think
essentially
either I'm going to throw up or I'm going to be sick for the next 4 days.
Well,
or both.
You've impressed me today, Perloff, in a way I never thought you'd do it. I really just didn't believe you could. And not only did you do it, you blew right past the finish line, went into the second jar of peanut butter, and you kept going.
Yeah.
I mean, we applaud you. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When do you think the next time is you'll eat peanut butter? Also, is this a terrible time to tell you that I am starving? Would you mind if I ate my lunch in here?
Go ahead. As long as it's not peanut butter. I can't see peanut butter. I don't want to think about peanut butter. I'm not going to eat peanut butter. Well, maybe a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But I am so sick of peanut butter right now. I don't think I'll eat it for a year. I'm not joking.
That was the risk you were going to take.
Yeah.
There was always going to be a possibility it would turn you off.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, I would eat an excessive amount of something else. Is there any other foods you have in mind?
I mean, you want to be on to the next challenge? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying I've conquered peanut butter.
I'm just waiting for the 225 bench press now.
I've done two. If I trained, I could easily do 225.
Again, the hubris. It always is so confident in the front.
No, I did that at Dan Patrick's show, and I already combined 4 times 225. No big deal.
Wow.
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
What about these steak challenges?
I mean, you talk about a choking hazard. That might really be.
Everybody's been talking about certain size steaks. Marash mentioned
it, yeah.
CBS Sports Radio, Sean Marash. Yeah, so I think I could do a steak challenge.
I mean, it might be a little more enjoyable than the peanut butter.
But I think it's more dangerous to throw up steak than throw up peanut butter.
Do you still feel like you're going to throw up?
I'm definitely going to throw up at some point.
Okay, interesting. Can you let me know?
Can you wait an hour and
I could try. I think that my stomach needs to break down the peanut butter a little more before I start throwing up peanut butter.
I think this is going to be amazing in the next hour when Sean Elliott randomly joins the show. And we get to tell him how... we booked Sean Elliott like long before we ever knew you were going to be eating peanut butter.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
I don't think the Admiral David Robinson ever did a peanut butter challenge.
Tim Duncan did, though. That's for sure.
No. Tim, maybe.
Yeah.
This is more of a Manu thing. So, yeah.
Yikes.
Now, Maggie.
Are you okay?
At any point during it.
That was not coherent.
Yeah. At any point, were you tempted to take a bite of peanut butter?
No.
Do you not like peanut butter?
I love peanut butter, but I like it less after watching you do this.
I dare you to eat the remainder of that jar.
Wait, when did this turn into my thing?
Wait a second.
This isn't me?
Wait
this isn't a tag team thing. Do I have to finish the jar now?
I mean,
no, this isn't me. No.
If you can do a jar and a half, you can pull off a half a jar.
Yeah. I mean, Sean Elliott's not going to respect you if you don't eat half a jar of peanut butter.
Putting your spoon back in.
Yeah, I know. That's why it looks kind of gross.
It looks disgusting. This is It's like your whole mouth.
I saw the Peter Pan one.
Good thing I got me some peanut butter, Peter Pan.
This is not about me. We never talked about me doing any of this.
I'm not going to let you just sit here and eat your lunch and enjoy it.
Maggie and Perloff. All right, don't go anywhere.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Five seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. 15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
No, I remember when I lived in a studio apartment with my husband before we were married, and literally the second best seat in our apartment was the toilet. It was like couch 1, toilet 2.
When I was first in New York City, it was a studio apartment. The toilet was not protected. It was just sitting out like in the dining room. Just like there was no room around it. So you'd be like at a dinner party or something. Excuse me for a moment. No, keep talking to me. I'm fine. I'm just right here. What do you mean, do I eat in front of the TV? Is there any other place to eat? We don't have a dining room. If I had a dining room, I'd rent it out to a family of 3, $3,000 a month.
They are Maggie and Perloff on CBS Sports Radio.
What a joyous day. What an incredible feat of human strength. Andrew Perloff, the Peanut Butter Challenge, it's a wrap. He took down 16 ounces in 20 minutes, went for a second jar because that's the kind of animal he is, got 60% through the second jar. And now, how you feeling, bud?
I feel, in basketball equivalents, did you guys see Kevin Durant warming up yesterday?
And then he turned his ankle?
The second jar was Kevin Durant turning his ankle on the basketball court. I made a mistake.
Oh, no.
My eyes got bigger than my stomach. I really shouldn't have done that. I do not feel good.
Well, I mean, for you will muscle on and continue to be the champion that you are. As for the Phoenix Suns, I mean, I don't know, Perloff. I'm going to be honest. You've been on the Suns bandwagon, watching Durant last night, and then hearing from the Arizona Republic was reporting the team fears that he could be out for the rest of the regular season. To me, if he's gone for the rest of the regular season, the championship hopes just disintegrate. They're dust. Because despite the fact that they went 3-0 when Durant did play for the Phoenix Suns, you can't get that kind of chemistry in the postseason against much better opponents than they played in those 3 wins, where they played Chicago and OKC and teams that we're not even sure are trying to win basketball games.
But that's all 30 teams in the NBA. You have no idea.
No, but when you get to the playoffs, teams actually do want to try to win these games. If they don't have more time under their belt to get chemistry as a team, the championship hopes for the Phoenix Suns rest entirely on Kevin Durant's ankle right now, and if he is hurt, they go up in smoke.
So I picked the Suns to come out of the West, right?
Yeah.
I thought I could go in there today after the Kevin Durant injury and get a better deal on DraftKings for a future. It hasn't changed at all. All the bettors are still in on the Suns, and I'm still in on the Suns. First of all, he will be back by the playoffs. This is great load management. This is Kawhi in Toronto. This is wonderful.
No, this is beyond load management.
He has a knee injury, right? Well, that has time to heal now that he's working on his ankle. And come on, everyone's got a sprained ankle. It's the NBA. Also, Devin Booker, have you seen what he has done lately?
Yes, but don't you think that that's because Kevin Durant is playing alongside him?
No. No.
You don't think Kevin Durant's getting a little bit more defensive attention than...
Did you see last night? He was dominant.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Booker is awesome, but he's been more awesome when Durant is playing alongside
he was
him.
amazing last night. He had 37 points. I think he is right in the discussion for the best player in the NBA. He is a perfect NBA playoff player because he can play on the perimeter. Joel Embiid, all those guys, Joker, they're going to be completely neutralized in the playoffs. Devin Booker's what you want. You want a guy who can hit a three-pointer and can also take it to the hole. I think Booker can keep them afloat until KD comes in, and that's still, the West is pretty wide open. I am not ruling them out at all. In fact, I still like them.
Man, it's hard for me to say that. I mean, think about this. Kevin Durant starts his son's career. First of all, gets traded while he's injured. Plays his first game for the Suns on March 1st.
Yep.
By March 8th, he's already out again. I mean, that is just your worst nightmare. And it was always the thing that was keeping me from being all in on this trade. What is Durant's health? You know, it's so hard for a player like him who's so talented but has this injury history. I'm sorry, you look a little green. I don't mean to just take us in a different direction, but you ate all this peanut butter, and I didn't want to say it, but, like, you're looking a shade of green.
I feel green.
Yeah.
I was wondering if...
you look like as green as this ginger ale.
Well,
do you want this ginger ale?
No, thank you. I've been multicolored. About 75% of the way through the peanut butter challenge, I felt very flush, as if I was red, and I guess that didn't show up. But then afterwards, I'd say 15 minutes ago, it was really close.
Yeah, I can see, like, beads of sweat.
Now I'm down a little bit.
Whoa.
Yeah, well. All right. Vamp.
Because you were talking pretty coherently about the whole Devin Booker thing, but then I looked at you and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
The second you brought up green,
Sorry. Okay. Suns.
Yeah, Suns.
Championship. Speaking of green, also, Aaron Rodgers. Sorry. I mean, it's happening. It looks like it's happening. And at this point, if it doesn't happen, I mean, I think the Jets are going to look really bad here.
To who? Who cares? If they don't get, if they pivot off of him, the honest truth is it'll probably be better for the franchise as a whole. This is a gigantic risk to take on a 39-year-old quarterback for $60 million.
Yeah, but you're taking him on for such a short-term deal. I don't think that it can be labeled as this huge risk. You know, didn't want to go with Derek Carr. Okay, you didn't want to give him 4 years or whatever. You're going for the big home run here, and you're so close. And, I mean, we're finding out all these details about their trip from insiders like Diana Rossini, who does a great job at ESPN, and all these things. Who's putting that out there? It's not Rodgers. It's the team who's trying to put out all this positivity about how things are going, their great meet and greet, getting to know you sessions. The Jets are projecting so much confidence here. If they don't get it done, I think they're going to feel like they got burned by either Rodgers or the Packers, asking for more at the last minute.
But I think there are a lot of football writers who think the plan B is a much better plan than the plan A. Why not just pivot right to Lamar Jackson? Give me one single reason not to do that.
I'll give you two. $230 million guaranteed and 10 games missed over the last 2 years.
Okay, that's actually $230 million and 10 is the number.
Well, yeah, whatever it's going to end up being.
But I do think that we know that Aaron Rodgers to the Jets is not a panacea. There's still going to be some issues with this team. When's the last time they were in the playoffs? 10 years ago?
2010, 12 years.
12 years, right. I know that everyone is excited about this young talent, but you have to have question marks. Is Aaron Rodgers going to come in the offseason and he's going to work with these young players? Will he stay healthy? He's been hurt a lot.
He broke his thumb last year?
Yeah, he's been hurt. And also, it's a hard conference, Maggie. So I think if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm a little nervous about this move.
Novan Tuno is in the chat. Said, I think Perloff needs to just go ahead and yak, then rally. I think he had that for a moment.
Boot and rally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should have.
I mean, is the time passed, or can you still boot and rally?
I think the time has passed.
I mean, Sean Elliott's coming up like a little bit later in the show, but you have time.
Yeah, I probably could do that. I just really don't want to throw up mid-show. You've got it. Is it fun? Or?
I felt better. I mean, it was sweet relief for me.
Yeah, I'm okay right now. I definitely don't feel like I could move very fast.
Yeah.
Like if I tried to go running right now, I would just collapse.
Thomas L is saying, take the ginger ale away. You've already had enough sugar. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So
I'll drink it.
Club soda will settle my stomach a little bit. Am I going to be able to eat today, tomorrow? When's the next time I get to eat?
I mean, are you ever going to feel hungry again?
I can't imagine. I will.
That would be like low key. That would be torture. Imagine never feeling hungry.
Yes, I can imagine it right now. And I
like ever again.
You know, I love to eat too. I'm
you do
a bit of a foodie. Well, I'm not necessarily like a gourmet foodie, but eating is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit bummed.
You live to eat. You don't eat to live.
I'm a little bummed that I'm just not interested in anything right now. Yeah. Well, how about you? Did you
Trey McDonald says pull the trigger.
Did you feel a little nauseous at any point watching this?
Yeah. And if you puke, I will puke.
Is that how it works?
I don't feel nauseous, but if I'm squeamish that way. I get easily grossed out. So if you puke, it's happening.
Did you know that there's a new show on Hulu called History of the World Part 2?
Oh, Mel Brooks, yeah.
Yeah, Mel Brooks' new show. There have been a lot of commercials that came out last night. They did a scene. I'm just going to tell you, this is going to make you sick. They did a scene where they're about to go on D-Day. And they're about to get off the boat in Normandy. And for some reason, somebody starts throwing up. And then they all start throwing up and explaining what they had for dinner the night before. So the whole scene is soldiers throwing up. Because it's history of the world.
Yeah.
It is. I almost peed in my pants. I was laughing so
Well,
hard.
is that the Saving Private Ryan thing as they're going to D-Day and the one guy pukes over the side and it's so ominous? So you're just like, oh, no.
But this reminded me of the scene in the Mel Brooks movie Blazing Saddles where they're all passing gas by the fire. Yeah. And then this was just one guy after another throwing up. And they're like, yeah, well, the thing is we had these warm oysters at a restaurant last night. And they went on and on. I thought it was funny. And now, but the truth is I could easily start a chain reaction by throwing up right here.
I think you, to me, to Stu, to Samter, and then we're all just,
Yeah, actually,
anyone watching on YouTube.
Stu and Samter look like they're on the, not that far from being sick right now.
Yeah. I mean, they at least get double pane glass in between.
That helps. I'd rather
I get
be
the
here
smell.
than there.
I'm like smelling the peanut butter.
That's the worst part.
I'm ready to open up the Peter Pan and start chowing down myself.
You a peanut butter guy?
Oh, of course. Love peanut butter. But unfortunately, we don't have any onions, so it's just not the same for me.
I know.
Darn.
And today's Perloff's day with the peanut butter. You'll have your day. We'll think up something for you.
I was a little bit worried when Samter came in today. I thought something was wrong. He was covered in sweat.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, you walk in the office like covered in sweat. Like,
I was wondering. Did you do you want to take a test or something? Are you okay?
Yeah.
I thought you were sick, and you're like, hey, I'm fine.
No, I didn't want to tell you and ruin the surprise, but I had actually just finished eating an entire 18-ounce jar of peanut butter.
Yeah. No, you just took a bicycle across town. Came in, it looked like you'd had COVID for 2 days.
Usually I take a break and I kind of, cool down and settle down when I come back in off the bike. But I had important spoons to give you, so I had to make sure that I came right back there to give you your choice of 27 spoons that I brought.
My favorite thing is when we're doing a group call and you're on the bike, you can hear the trucks flying by.
Just beeping.
You're like, wow, that was a near-death experience.
We're like, all right, so we're going to need some Aaron Rodgers sound.
I mean, I have been hit by a bus and a truck.
Yeah, of course you have.
Yeah. They were driven by your family, which was weird.
Wait a second.
Wow.
Thomas L. is asking if you can do a quick search for can too much sugar make you sick?
Yeah.
Stu, a research department, do you mind? We'll find that.
You know what we should really worry about in here?
What's that?
You guys are focused on the sugar and the fat. How much fiber is in a 2.5 jars?
Oh, no, thanks.
I mean, seriously, let's, oh man, there's 2 grams of fiber per serving. So that's, it's about 50 grams of fiber I just took down.
Oh, man. You might want to take a car home. I would not get on the subway right now.
Actually, the subway.
That's a great point.
Subway might be the right place.
Yeah, actually, the subway would be in good company. Nick Underhill covers the Saints. Has this? The Saints are the most bizarre team.
I can't imagine where you're going with this. But
could I say anything right now and you'd believe it?
Well, I always thought Nick Underhill had something to say about me eating the peanut butter.
No.
Okay.
The Saints are working on a contract extension with Michael Thomas.
Oh yeah, because of the cap number, right?
Okay. He started 8 out of the 50 possible games the last 3 seasons.
Well, does it?
Yeah, this is just to spread out the contract.
Yeah,
okay, never mind. Take it back. Saints.
Michael Thomas sent out a sort of thank God tweet when they got Derek Carr, right? So he's all fired up for this.
Sure. Okay. I mean, what does that mean? Are we still going to see him on the field? 855-2124-CBS. Our buddy Big Dave is in Kentucky. Wants to weigh in on Rodgers. Big Dave, what's up? You proud of Perloff for what he did today?
Listen, I'm not sure. Here's the thing. Excuse me, but I come in late to the party. I just caught the tail end of this.
He's a legend
of this conversation. So let me get some clarification. Is McLovin saying that, is he questioned whether or not this is a good idea for the Jets to bring Rodgers in?
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just saying it's not the no-brainer. It's not like they signed Aaron Rodgers when he was 26 years old. I think there's a lot of risk here, and I think that it's not the only option. I think you could have made a good case to bring in Lamar Jackson instead of Aaron Rodgers, or other people here. Dave, other people here wanted Derek Carr.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Is this like Northeast team envy speaking that you're speaking there? Is that
No.
Because it is a no-brainer for the Jets. And I got news for you. There ain't nobody paying Lamar Jackson $240 million guaranteed money. That ain't happening.
Dave, we didn't think so either, and we had the former Falcons GM, Thomas Dimitroff, on yesterday, and he said he's definitely getting the money. He said when push comes to shove, a team's going to step up and do it.
Well, listen, guy's a GM, obviously. The fact that he's the Falcons GM, I'll just leave that there. But listen.
He didn't blow the 28-3 lead.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Listen, I can't see it. I think, this thing is spiraling out of control. But listen, here's the thing real quick. I'm going to hang up. Look at some of these other mega contracts, this guaranteed money. They're already trying to renegotiate Mahomes' contract. I mean, this is smoke and mirrors. There ain't nobody giving Lamar Jackson a 5 or 6 year, whatever it is, $240 million guaranteed contract. That is not happening, especially with him. I mean, look, here's the thing. Okay, you take – listen, he's a great quarterback. I'm not saying he's not.
Yeah.
But when you get older, do you get faster and more nimble?
I do.
Perloff.
List you're the exceptions to the rule. I'm just saying that's not –
yeah.
It's not
Dave, once Perloff gets that peanut butter in him, you never know.
Dave, but they already reportedly, according to Diana Rossini, might have offered him 180. Is 230 that different than 180? I think it's like the Dak Prescott deal.
By $50 million.
It's – I think it's significant. Dave,
but that's only it's only 10%.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying it's only 50? It's only $50 million.
Well,
listen,
okay.
It's not our money.
You look at Dak Prescott, $40 million. It seemed outrageous at the time, but now all of a sudden he's falling down.
Horrible contract.
Yeah, but now Daniel Jones is making more than he is. So these contracts quickly catch up.
Horrible contract. 5 wrongs do not make a right. You're making my point. You're making my point.
Oh, man. Dave, thank you so much for calling in. Hope everyone in the fam as well. I just did something here to the call screener. You might have to drop Dave. This all just... Yeah, 5 wrongs don't make a right is really like an NFL owners meeting. That should be the mantra. They always are making wrong decisions.
It's not that you don't need 2/3 of the vote. You need 5 terrible ideas.
They'll all pass.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, Big Dave weighed in. Perloff, you're getting a little color back.
I'm starting to get back to life. I might finish off that jar.
Oh,
no.
I have $40 in my wallet.
Yeah.
Because I'm a high roller like that.
No, it does matter.
I'll give you $40 if you finish
it. Honestly, I can't take another bite. If I take one more bite.
All right. I lied. I might have $60 in my wallet.
Doesn't matter. Are you negotiating right now?
Yeah. No. I'm like the Jets. I'm trying to. What do I have to say to get you to finish that jar?
I would rather get a tattoo on my face than finish that jar.
Well, thankfully, we have a tattoo artist ready to go. Come on in. Okay. Coming up next, boy, Sean Elliott has no idea what he's walking into. This is the first time he's ever been on the show. This is hilarious. Well, he's catching us on a fun day. Of course, current Spurs analyst and former Spurs champion, Sean Elliott, is going to join us in just a moment. Okay, Maggie and Perloff, CBS Sports Radio. We're across the country, all of our incredible affiliates. Thank you. We're also streaming live, youtube.com/CBS Sports Radio. We're back in just a moment with a 2-time All-Star, Sean Elliott.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff. What a day. Perloff makes history. Finishes the 16-ounce jar of peanut butter, then keeps going back for more with a second jar of peanut butter. Got 60% through that. And your legend will precede you, my friend.
Yeah,
Proud of you.
I'm starting to feel normal again. I'm not quite
that
there.
Sounds like a lie.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, well, let's turn our attention now to an NBA champion, a two-time All-Star, and somebody who's raising awareness for a really great cause. It is National Kidney Month, the month of March, and Sean Elliott was the first NBA player ever to return to the court following a kidney transplant. Sean, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate you taking some time out of your schedule.
Thank you, Maggie and Andrew, man. I don't know how you ate 16 ounces of peanut butter.
I ate more because
24 ounces.
I had a half hour to do 16 ounces, and I still had room, so I tried to do a second jar and totally failed.
Just straight peanut butter, no honey, no banana, no bread?
I tried to add honey, but Maggie said that was cheating. Are you a fan of peanut butter?
Yeah, man. I grew up eating peanut butter and honey, peanut butter and banana sandwiches. And when you don't have anything, that's the best sandwich ever.
It's great. Wait, Sean, were you someone who ate the same thing before every game? Like, were you one of those guys?
Let me tell you, all professional athletes are superstitious. If you play well and you ate something, a certain meal, then you're going to eat that meal all the time. So, yeah, I'd say 9 out of 10 times I was eating the same thing for every game.
What was it?
It was usually like a pasta, normally like a spaghetti with some chicken. That was like my go-to thing. I mean, if I played well and if I ate that, then I wasn't deviating at all.
Okay. All right. So you were one of those superstitious guys. Sean, did I mention San Antonio Spurs analyst? I meant to say that. Also does a fantastic job doing the games for the Spurs. And, Sean, we'll get to National Kidney Month in just a moment. But, this has got to be a very unique season for you guys. In fact, the last couple seasons, it is extremely rare to see the Spurs out of a playoff race. That just does not happen. In fact, you're in the midst of the longest stretch in the history of the franchise of not making the playoffs. I mean, can you tell this, wears on Popovich? How is he taking this losing?
Well, it's 25 years of consistently making the playoffs and being, having the best record or second or third best record in the league. And so, every year you're drafting at 28, 29. And for years, our guys have worked their magic. I mean, but our luck run out after a while. And so it's a natural downtime. I think we've seen everybody go through it. We've seen the Lakers, the Celtics go through it. We've seen the Chicago Bulls go through it. So it's we're not immune to that cycle. But we were able to hold it at bay for a while. But right now we're dealing with it, and I think we're dealing with it extremely well. And I think when you look at our young guys and the way they're playing, Maggie, they've energized Pop. I think he's having the time of his life. Surprisingly this year. He's a lot more relaxed. He's having a phenomenal time teaching these guys. And when you look at the way we play, and I've told everybody that, listen, I've had more fun watching this team than I've had in the last 4 or 5 years. It's crazy to say that because we're not winning a lot of games, but when you see the development of Jeremy Sohan and Malachi Branham and Blake Wesley and the way Devin Vassell has taken leaps and Trey Jones and Kelly Johnson, and you watch them from the beginning of this year to now, it's just fun to watch guys start to get it and start to play better and better and eliminate mistakes as the games come on. And so these guys are fun to watch, and there's no doubt that we have a great core group of guys that are learning how to play the right way. They're getting a solid foundation, and we're going to have a great crew going forward for a long, long time.
Well, you might have a great group. Are you going to get to the levels that you've been to as a San Antonio Spur and the high moments, so many high moments through the years?
Yeah.
Is there going to be time to get back there with Greg Popovich? Are these young players going to develop enough and maybe more young players come? Because, the window's not forever to sort of turn this around.
Right. Well, it depends how long Pop wants to stay around. And, that's the question that everybody asks. How long is Pop going to continue to do it? But when you watch him this year, when you see him away from the court with the guys, he still has a lot of juice left. He still has a lot of energy. And if he coaches for a few more years, I don't think there's any question we're going to get back to a high level. Now, obviously we were at the top for a long, long time, and it's rare to get 3 guys like Tim, Tony, and Manu and a guy like David Robinson. You just have to get extremely lucky. But the possibilities are there. When you watch some of our young guys, they do have a lot of potential. Will they turn out like those 3 guys or those 4 guys? I'm not sure yet, but if Pop hangs around for a while, I'm sure we will be very close.
Sean Elliott is joining us. He's a champion with the Spurs, a 2-time All-Star, celebrating National Kidney Month. We'll get to that in a moment, something very near and dear to Sean, of course. How much Victor Wembanyama tape do you guys watch around the Spurs facility, Sean?
I just see highlights on my computer. I'm sure everybody, not just us, in San Antonio, we're not the only ones that are watching him. He's a phenomenal talent, obviously. I liken him to a 7'4" Kevin Durant because he can do everything, put the ball on the floor. And when you watch a guy like that move, guys that are 7'4" are not supposed to be able to run and jump, handle the ball, and shoot it like he does. So he's certainly very intriguing. But who knows who could get him? I mean, we have a chance, and so do a couple other teams. But I think if we got him, we'd be well on our way back to another decade plus of playoff runs and being a contender.
Sean, do you remember a high school prospect who's been this touted? There's obviously a couple names we know, but who has been in this sort of area that we have Wembanyama in now? As far as high school guys, everyone knows their name, everyone knows their highlights, and everyone's waiting for them to get to the pros.
The last one that I can remember, maybe the only one, is LeBron James. That's the only guy that I can think of. I mean, even if you go all the way back to like Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant, and Kobe was like, I want to say the 15th or 17th pick in the draft, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin Garnett obviously was a really high draft pick, but nowhere near the hype. Nowhere near the hype. But I think this kid deserves it because everything that you've heard about him is not. It's not that he's just a great basketball player. He has something about him. But this year we've had a couple of our former French players come back and do interviews with us on our telecast, and they've all said it. Jan Mahinmi said it. Tony Parker said it. And he's got something about him. He's got an aura. He has a way of thinking where he's, more of an old soul. He's not thinking like a high schooler. He's thinking beyond. And this is a kid who's very mature for his age, and he's ready. He's ready to accept the responsibility. And when you have a guy that talented and his head is right, it just, you can't help but get excited.
He has a team of people around him, Perloff, according to one profile of him that I read, who make sure that he gets 10 hours of sleep every night. Can that team come over and help me out with that? Sean Elliott is our guest. He's joining us on behalf of National Kidney Month. Sean, you were the first NBA player ever to return to the court following a kidney transplant when you were diagnosed with a kidney disease, a very rare one. We all remember that. What is it like to look back on that time now?
It's amazing. I'm just, I look back at my old self, and I don't know how I did it, to be honest with you. That time was really, really stressful. It was tough. My ordeal started, Maggie, way back in '92 when I came, or '93 when I came down, and I was sick after the season. I thought I was maybe depressed because we lost to the Suns in the playoffs. I couldn't get out of bed for maybe 2 weeks. I was lethargic. I started, retaining all this water, and it finally came to a head when I woke up one morning and had trouble opening my eyes because my face was so swollen. And so here I am, a 25-year-old kid who thinks that I'm invincible because I play in the NBA, and imagine my shock when the doctors tell me, well, there's something seriously wrong with your kidneys. And so I had to go through all these tests, and they thought for a long time I just had what's called minimal change disease, but it came to a head in '99 when my ultimate diagnosis came out as focal sclerosis, and I needed a transplant. And so the message right now that we're trying to get out is that if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. And so I was fortunate enough to get a transplant from my brother Noel, but not everybody is that fortunate. And what we're trying to do this month, I've teamed up with Fresenius Kidney Care, is we're trying to just to get the word out, because you have to realize right now the numbers are startling. About 37 million Americans have chronic kidney disease, and 9 out of 10 people don't know it. So when kidney symptoms, or when you start to feel symptoms or they present themselves, your kidney disease is already advanced, just like mine when I was 25 years old. It affects black Americans disproportionately to white Americans, about 3 times the number. And so this is why I'm using this platform to try to get the message out, to get yourself screened, talk to your doctor, especially if you have high blood pressure or diabetes.
Wow. Great message.
Sean, you were in such good shape, too. I remember as a young player. Did that help forestall the symptoms? You know what I mean? Like, you were a top-shape athlete. Or did it have nothing to do with that? Basically, would you have found out earlier if you were in such great shape?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that, but I do know that since I was in high school, and even before that, Andrew, my very first physical I remember going to, I had high blood pressure. I was 11 years old. And the doctors thought, well, you're just nervous walking into the doctor's office. But I had high blood pressure my entire life, and that's one of the contributing factors. So even when I got the symptoms, when they presented themselves, I still played from 25 to 30, taking medication, trying to control the kidney disease, and I tried to just get out there and play. But again, I was walking around with something that is known as a silent killer or a silent epidemic, and I had absolutely no idea.
And Fresenius Kidney Care is where you can find more, and it's National Kidney Month. And Sean Elliott, the two-time All-Star, the NBA champion, now an analyst for the Spurs, joining us. Last one for you from me, Sean, and really appreciate you, again, taking the time out. And it's what we saw last night right before the Suns game when KD turns his ankle. We're not exactly sure how long he's going to be out for, but I don't know. To me, it feels like the Suns championship hopes just took a major hit. What do you think?
Well, it was funny, Maggie, because when I saw that, people were saying that he slipped on a wet spot, and I didn't see that at all. I saw him plant and turn that ankle. It's like his shoe just caught, and it was weird because it's just going up for a layup, and so that's concerning. But if we know anything about Kevin Durant, he's a baller. He's one of the guys that I think us old guys we look at and we say that dude, he could play in any era because he's just tough as hell. And he doesn't want to sit out. If he can play, even if he's hobbled, he's going to get out there and play. And I think if you still have a couple weeks left in the season, the Suns are going to make the playoffs. If Devin Booker can hold it down and Chris Paul can hold it down until he gets back, and if he's even 80%, if he's even 80%, he's going to get out there, and his presence alone is going to make the game easier for everybody else out there on the floor. So I still think they have a great shot. I said it when they made the trade. I thought it was the most significant trade made at the trade deadline by far. If he's on the court and if he's there to start the first round and the Suns continue to progress, that ankle's going to get better. His body's going to get better. And if they play well, they still have a phenomenal chance to win it all.
Do you think they have enough time to gel and learn each other's games?
Well, they're playing well before he went down. For a guy like that, you could throw him out there, and I think Kevin Durant can play with anybody. Pop says all the time, he tells us, he says, no KD, no gold. And that's Kevin Durant on an all-star team, on an all-star Olympic team trying to win. So I think he could play with anybody. I don't think it takes him a long time at all. He's a very smart basketball player. I think he fits in nicely anywhere. So I don't worry about the time with them. Other guys I do. I'll say I worry about Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. That could take some time if it works at all. I think KD works with anybody.
Sean Elliott. Sean, can't tell you how much we appreciate this. Raising awareness for National Kidney Month. Again, Fresenius Kidney Care is where you can find more information. And, enjoy the rest of the season. And then fingers crossed that the ping pong balls drop your way in San Antonio.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for helping spread the word.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, I feel better about my sons. Not my sons.
Yeah, well, you're on the bandwagon.
I mean, it's my Sixers. Let's just make that clear. But the way he didn't sound nervous about the Suns' championship hopes in the West. The West is a bit open.
It is, but can we get the official Durant diagnosis back? Because that's another thing that Sean said. It looked like he slipped on a wet spot. It didn't. It just looked like he went up for.
Have you guys seen also there's this controversy, too? He does not have high tops. Like me, he plays in low tops. So he didn't have any shoes.
Like you.
Yeah, I play in low tops.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything supporting his ankle. So people are going after the shoe as well. I think he's fine. He continued to warm up for 10 more minutes.
Yeah, until they realize this is a bad idea. We got to get you out of here.
This is the second time in like 3 years that Kevin Durant's shoe has become an issue. First it was too big, and then it wasn't high enough.
Yeah, the last one was a little different.
No, this is brilliant load management by the Suns.
Listen, the Spurs invented load management.
Yeah.
Sean knows. Okay, 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. Perloff's back to life.
I am. This is amazing. Now I feel energized. Now I feel like I could run a marathon. I have so many healthy peanut butter vitamins and things going through me.
Why don't you eat the rest of the peanut butter?
Never.
Jar? Okay.
Never. I will never take another bite of peanut butter again. I'm not kidding.
26 ounces of peanut butter were taken down in this studio today.
Wow.
This is your life. 855.
No innocent peanut butter was harmed.
855-212-4CBS. Okay. Coming up. Oh, man. We didn't get to anything today. We've got to bet the best thing we heard. The best. This sound, you've got to hear it. You're going to agree with it. You're going to love it. Just trust me. We'll play that for you after this CBS Sports Update from Rich Ackman.
Sports Flash.
Well, third-ranked Kansas got past West Virginia today in the Big 12, 78-61, without head coach Bill Self, and the school announced that he will not be part of the team for the entire weekend as he is sidelined by an illness, refuting reports that he had a heart attack earlier. Elsewhere at the Big East, it was UConn holding off Providence 73-66. Duke just crushed Pittsburgh today, 96-69. Ohio State down to Iowa, 73-69 in the Big Ten. UCLA, a winner over Colorado by a score of 80-69. Earlier today, sixth-ranked Marquette, the first game of the day at Madison Square Garden, needed overtime to outlast St. John's 72-70, and the Red Storm nearly won it, but Posh Alexander's three-point attempt at the buzzer was off the mark. Miami edged Wake Forest 74-72. Rutgers moves on to the Big Ten 62-50 over Michigan, and Iowa State knocked off Baylor 78-72. Also today, Carlos Rodon of the Yankees will not start the season with the team. He'll be on the injured list after suffering a mild forearm strain. I'm Rich Ackerman.
I have one surprise destination for Lamar Jackson. We'll go to that city to talk to an insider to see how likely it is. Later on the Zach Gelb Show, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific.
CBS Sports Radio.
'You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 2 minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Five seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back to Maggie and Perloff. Perloff, I have some chips here. Would you like to eat some potato chips?
I'm good, thank
Would
you.
you like to eat anything?
No.
Perloff took down 26 ounces of peanut butter. Took him a half hour. I'm still in awe. He did a great job. So let's get to our Casamigos shot of the day.
He shoots!
And the shot of the day is brought to you by Casamigos Tequila. Casamigos is brought to you by those who drink it. And I'm sure George Clooney and Randy Gerber and Mike Meldman and Leon Seidler and all the amazing people at Casamigos who support this show would be so proud of you today, Perloff. Perloff, when you went and finished the first jar. Perloff is just putting the finishing touches. The man is a legend. He's got the closer spoon, and Andrew Perloff is like Usain Bolt, just cruising to the finish line. Last bite. You've done it. Of all the improbable.
Guys, give me a second here. I'm just going to put my head down.
You've done it. So, celebratory. Perloff still had 10 minutes left on the clock, and instead of just basking in all of his glory, he decided to take on a second jar.
I flew way too close to the sun. Now I'm about to throw up all over the sun. Something feels wrong.
Yeah. Something looks wrong.
I don't feel well.
Ooh.
I'm glad I got through the first jar. That second jar was the biggest mistake of my entire life.
Yeah.
I was doing so good.
It took years off your life. Thank you, Ack, for correcting his grammar.
Ack, honestly, I can choose which way to throw up. I'm definitely going in your direction. So stop talking tough.
Well, the second jar, 60% through the second jar. I mean, you're a maestro.
Yeah, just hearing that made me sick all over again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Got back memories?
Yeah.
An hour ago?
The first one was happy with the closing spoon. I love that.
Yeah.
The second one, I don't know if we can talk about it moving forward.
Two-Ton Tony says, Mr. and Mrs. Perloff must be so proud today. You going to tell Carol and Tom about this?
Oh, I'm sure they're watching. And pride, no. Curiosity, how did this happen? No. No, they know I like to eat. So
And they know you love peanut butter, so this is a natural marriage.
Yeah. I actually, it's funny. My parents, They buy, like everybody's parents buys gigantic bulk things.
Yeah.
So they have peanut butters that are the size, I don't even know how they're 48 ounces at least from Costco. So there's no way I could do this at my parents' house.
RPC says they should get Perloff a belt. I think you deserve like a championship belt.
Oh, I thought you meant because my pants were going to fall down. I'm like, no, it's the opposite. It's the opposite, dude. I'm filling these pants out just fine.
The button's going to fly off and kill somebody.
Oh, like a peanut butter belt?
Yeah.
Like with Mr. Peanut in it in the middle or something?
Something like that. We can workshop something like that.
No, honestly, I think I could be good at this, Maggie.
What do you mean good at this?
Eating things like under the clock. I think I could do a steak.
Okay. I mean, how many ounces? The old 96er?
At least 8.
At least 8. I mean, anyone can do that. You put down 8 ounces at a wedding.
I could do the 96er.
You think you can do it?
What's the 96er from? What movie is that?
The Great Outdoors.
The Great,
With John Candy
I mean, Sean Marash came on, so he did 72. So if he could do 72, I mean, he also has got a good 110 pounds on you, probably.
Sean Marash.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. 110 pounds.
It's not Dexter Lawrence of the Giants.
I mean,
Sean Marash.
He's closing in on the 300 range.
Wow.
I don't think now he is. He said earlier at certain points of his life he's been close to 300, but I don't think he's 300 now.
I mean, maybe he's he's a large boy.
Okay, I have a question. If go around the room, if you had to impress someone with eating something, what food would you choose? Maggie, I know you like pizza.
Yeah, but I've already done that. That's in my past. It'll be on my tombstone.
Chicken wings?
Yeah, the one thing about wings is I don't want to eat those fast. I love chicken wings. I'm a Bills fan. Like this is a food group for me.
Oh, I know what you would destroy a candy challenge.
Oh, don't even tempt me.
No.
I know.
That wouldn't even be a challenge. That would be.
I was like lamenting to Stu yesterday. It's been 2.5 months basically with no candy.
Yeah. That would be.
Withdrawal.
That would be bad because you'd be right back on the train.
Yeah. You can't I can't be trusted around.
I think Samter's a big eater. I think you could take down. How big a steak could you eat?
I used to be a much bigger eater. I could probably take down 50 ounces or something. But I don't think I could do 72. I definitely couldn't do a 96er. I could do a large steak, but I couldn't do.
Samter, you are a 96er. You are not a big person.
No, but so now there was Kobayashi, and a lot of these eaters aren't big people. Right?
Yeah.
Sonia Thomas, right? The Black Widow, whatever her name was, she wasn't a big person. You can throw it down if you can. I think the issue is if I have to eat the fat and the gristle.
Yeah,
if I have to do that, I can't do it. I cannot eat fatty steak. I cannot do it. I have to just eat the meat.
Okay, we got to get to this because if we don't get to it today, the time's going to pass. But Fred VanVleet really deserves our undying respect. And I'm saying this while I'm wearing a referee shirt today because I was here to referee Perloff's Peanut Butter Challenge, and he just went off on the referees.
I mean, I don't mind. I'll take a fine. I don't really care. I thought Ben Taylor was terrible tonight. On most nights, out of the 3, there's 1 or 2 that just the game up. Most of the refs are trying hard. I like a lot of the refs are trying hard. They're pretty fair. And then you got the other ones who just want to be and just kind of the game up. Nobody's coming to see that. They come to see the players.
I mean,
tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Fred. I mean, and also he's not just saying, all right, he's saying this one guy had an off night, but he's saying there's one person every game who's having an off night.
Yeah, NBA officiating's getting under a lot of heat right now too.
I don't think they do themselves a lot of favors when, for transparency's sake. I get why, but they release the 2 minutes left in the game reports.
I agree,
and it basically tells you all the times the referees were wrong, and I think that really hurts the referees.
I mean, it's just the tip of the iceberg. I think certain players foul every play, and they can't call it all.
Yeah.
So it's tough to be a referee, but Fred is definitely not pulling punches. By the way, have you ever seen Stu Kovacs eat? I was just trying to think of what he eats. I've never seen you eat anything.
Got yogurt right here.
Oh, there you go. He's eating right now.
I mean, you know what I mean, though. He's not a big eater.
Do you remember when the NBA referees sent out the tweet after they missed the foul on LeBron?
That was crazy. Why did they do that?
Like everyone else, referees make mistakes. We make one at the end of last night's game, and that is gut-wrenching for us. This play will weigh heavily and cause sleepless nights as we strive to be the best referees we can be. I thought they were trolling everybody.
I'm still not over that.
There's no way that was heartfelt. That was like a big middle finger. Okay, thank you, Mike Samter, Stu Kovacs. Thank you to Sean Elliott, who joined us. Everyone who called in and supported Andrew Perloff, congrats, my friend.
Yeah.
Any parting words?
Yeah, you just don't want to be around me later tonight.
All right, Perloff's going to go puke now. We'll see you tomorrow.